Welcome to the Fall Classic baseball fans. We have made it. The Toronto Blue Jays, long time coming. Game 1 here, Rogers Center in Toronto. These fans are jacked and they should be. What a treat for the Toronto fans, for the Canadian fans. They got some little Blue Jay named Ace out there. That is ridiculous. But we are just about set here for the Fall Classic as we are following along the Fox broadcast. Hopefully, you will not have to look at Joe Davis. Face for radio there, folks. Hate to say it, but we know it's true. And that's why you're tuning in here to the Blue Collar broadcast for the live watch along here. I'm going to provide some commentary. We are going to provide some commentary that you're just not going to get on the national broadcast. We're not going to tell you meaningless stories about some guy and, his long-lost cousin and what happened on October 12th, 35 years ago at the top of the sixth inning, some meaningless stat. No, we're just going to call the game and have a little fun. We're going to make some nicknames up because that's fun. And we're going to call it how it is. I mean, the reason you watch the World Series, the reason you watch this is because these are the best players at the peak of their, of the game competing against one another. It's the pinnacle of the sport. As we get a look at John Smoltz, hell of a player in his day. And I don't really care what he has to say. And neither do you. That's why you're here with me. So as we wait for the game to get going here, they're starting to show some highlights here of Godzilla, Shohei Ohtani, present-day Babe Ruth. Incredible Game 4 for the sweep. 3 bombs in 6 scoreless innings. Obviously the NLCS MVP. And he is just the spearhead of the juggernaut that is the National League All-Star team, also known as the Los Angeles Dodgers. I have absolutely no idea what these two are saying, but I'm guessing that the man on the left, the face for radio, is not wearing any pants. And that's all you need to say. As we look at big bad Vlad Guerrero, 442, 6 home runs, 12 ribbies in the postseason. OPS ridiculous, 1440. Only 3 Ks. This guy is a lot of fun to watch, and he is going to be a handful for the Dodgers pitching staff. One hell of a hitter. But the other thing is that the guy can play some defense over there at first. He runs the bases hard. He's just an all-around great player, and the Blue Jays will go as he goes. And now we're getting a look at another reason why you do not need to listen to the broadcast, because this man is wearing a bow tie. I forget his name, and it doesn't really matter because we don't need him. Looking at Bo Bichette, first starts on September 6th. His dad was a hell of a ball player, and this guy can swing a bat now too. So, first start at second base. Tom Verducci over here with his suit, trying to look real serious. I mean, that guy should just run for governor of California and just leave us alone. Just get out of here. Blake Snell getting lubed up in the bullpen there. Going to be on the mound today for the Dodgers. Snell's been there and done that. Guy's been absolutely incredible. Good career, nice pitcher, lefty, good wicked stuff, live fastball. Going to be a long day for the Blue Jays if Snell's on his game. And on the mound for the Blue Jays, surprisingly, they go to the young guy. I guess he's in order, but Trey Yesavich is pitching for the Blue Jays. That's going to be quite the treat. Good to see the young fella in there again. They haven't really seen much of him. He's only had a handful of starts in the major leagues, so we'll see what he can bring. As we get some stupid video here as we're waiting for the first pitch. You got the big man, and there's the youngin', Trey Yesavich. Good to see Bichette in the lineup for the Jays. George freaking Springer and his huge home run in Game 7. As we're just waiting for the game to get going here, we'll step aside for a few for the commercials, and we'll be back in a minute. Welcome back, friends. Rogers Center, Toronto. Game 1. Dodgers 1-11 on the road in World Series Game 1. Only win 1963 versus the Yankees. Hopefully they can change that for their sake. As we get a look at the manager, Dave Roberts, we'll have plenty of stuff to say about him. As we are just about ready to go here. The warm-ups are just getting finished up here in the infield as Guerrero flips it in. And there's a look at the youngin', Trey Yesavich, Predominantly attacks hitters with the fastball, has that nice splitter and a little slider. 12-6 over the top. Nice live arm. Like I said, there's his pitch uses there. 43% fastball, which you would like to see. If he's spotting that, he's going to be tough to hit. That splitter coming down as a change of pace. Look, you see that slider just biting, 12-6 break on it. Had himself a good series. Played against the Mariners. Got touched up a little bit in his first appearance, but in his second appearance, had a nice outing. As we get a look at the Dodger order, and like I said, NL All-Star team, Ohtani, Betts, Freeman, Will Smith, Teoscar Hernandez, Max Muncy. Doesn't get any easier. And then Kike, Hernandez, Tommy Edman, and Andy Pajes, the center fielder, hitting number 9. Not going to be easy as Godzilla walks up to the plate, number 17, Shohei Ohtani. And, nothing needs to be said about this guy. He's absolutely incredible. Best damn player in the game, two-way player. He's a pitcher. He hits bombs, 55 home runs, 102 RBIs. This guy is absolutely incredible. And what a treat. What a treat. And what a feeling for Trey Savage here. This really is something here. Game 1 of the World Series at home in Toronto, facing off against Godzilla. This is what it is. This is why we're watching. So let's get it going here. First pitch from Savage. Fastball low and in, 95. He's probably a little geeked up there and understandable. Last 4 plate appearances for Ohtani. 3 bombs and a walk. Yeah, not too bad. 1-0 from Savage. Little overthrow on the first pitch. Let's see if he calms down here. He kicks. Fastball on the outside. Strike 1. 95 on the black. Nice pitch from Savage. And Ohtani looks calm as ever. And, this guy's as stoic as can be. Just unshakable. Big, towering lefty. Here's the 1-1. Swung on. Fouled off. He's late. 95. Ohtani thinking, wow, man, I almost took someone's head off. And, man, that ball's jumping on me here. As we get a look at Freddie Freeman. Mookie Betts on deck. Savage ahead in the count. 1-2. Blue Jays got to like that. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. High fastball up and in. Misses. 2-2. Good idea. Tried to get him to chase up and out of the zone. Ohtani doesn't bite. And it's 2-2. Savage shakes him off. He's got his pitch here, and he's ready to do work. Here comes a 2-2. Splitter got him swinging low in the zone, and that's strike 3. Swing and a miss. He struck out Ohtani. Nice start for the youngin. That splitter, it's like a change of pace. Look at this. Just diving down below the knees. That's exactly where that pitch needs to be. Great job by Savage. If he's pitching like that, Blue Jays are going to have a chance here. As we get a look over it, I don't know, I'm guessing that's his family. That was great. What a moment for the young guy. Here's Mookie Betts. First pitch, fastball low and away. Just misses off the black, 1-0. Mookie Betts hitting .293 in the postseason. Hit .258, 20 jacks, 82 RBIs in the regular season. No home runs for Betts. Here's the 1-0. Slider low in the dirt, 2-0. Nice idea, just missed. I'm guessing Savage, is pretty, like I said, pretty jacked up, and that's totally understandable given the gravity of the moment. Let's see if he can calm himself down. Here's a 2-0. Slider swung on and missed. Nice pitch on the 2-0. Betts out in front, 2-1. Postseason career, Mookie Betts hitting .263. It's about average, to tell you the truth, for the old MVP. Here's a 2-1. Another slider on the outside corner, 2-2. Betts doesn't like it, but that's right there, 2-2. As we get a look at the Fox K-zone thing, that's like 2 inches off the black, but yeah, it's still a strike. 2-2, slider, he checks his swing. No, he doesn't go. First base umpire says not even close, and it's a full count. Nice job by Betts to work the count full. Got to think the Dodgers want to run the pitch count up on the youngin. Blue Jays fans are on their feet. Here's the 3-2. Swung on, tapped to short. It's gobbled up and thrown over to first in time, and 2 down. Exactly what the doctor ordered. 2 up and 2 down. And here's a stat here showing that Savage is coming from 7 feet tall. Major league average is 5.8. Yeah, that's a different arm angle, definitely. But it's kind of like an old pitching machine coming from the top. It's not something you can't get used to. they haven't seen it. First time through will be pretty tough, but the beauty of this game is second time through the order, and better yet, second time through the series. See when Savage pitches again. As Freddie Freeman steps in. First pitch, fastball fouled off to the left, and it looks like Freeman, he's not fooled by it. Freeman struggling in the postseason. 231, only 1 home run, 1 RBI. Did hit 295, 24 jacks in the regular season. Big lefty, former MVP, stands in. Fastball, same pitch, swung on, same result. Fouled off, 0-2. So Savage 1 pitch away from getting out of the first inning as the Blue Jay fans stand. And that's good that they're recognizing this. You know, they're starting to pick this baseball thing up. Number 77 back there, that's quite a look. Here's the 0-2. Slider in the dirt, 1-2. I mean, a little waste pitch, I guess, trying to get Freeman to chase, but just a little too far out of the zone. Kind of bounced it there. Still ahead in the count, 1-2. 2 down, bottom 1. There's some guy on his phone back there. It's not even watching with these big red John Elton glasses on. That's a terrible look, too. Here's the 1-2. Change up, dunk to second, toss over to first, and a 1-2-3 inning for Savage. Well done. Bo Bichette throws over to Guerrero, and the Blue Jays will be coming up, and we will be right back. Enjoy those commercials. 1 second now. Welcome back, friends. Top of the second inning here as we get a look at Trey Savage, the young rookie, pitching in undoubtedly the biggest game of his career. Hey, you never know. This could be the biggest game of his career ever. He might not ever make it back here. And I don't think that idea can be lost on any of these players. You never know when you're going to make it back, so make the most of it. Here's the number 4 hitter, Will Smith, the catcher. First pitch from Savage, fastball up and away, ball 1. Hasn't been a strike. Good to see the umpire keep it consistent inning over inning. 286 for Smith, no home runs, 2 ribs. Like I said, he is the catcher. And here comes the pitch from Savage, slider low in the zone, 2-0. Nice take from Smith. And Savage is behind in the count, and that is not how you want to start the inning. Because against this lineup, it's only going to make things worse getting behind. 2-0, fastball over the corner, or right over the middle, 2-1. Savage working quickly. We saw that in the ALCS. He just likes to get in there and get out of there. And I have nothing wrong with that. As we're looking at Mookie Betts. All right. Here's the 2-1. Fastball outside corner. He missed 3-1. And not what the doctor ordered here. 3-1 getting behind. As we get a view of, we're going to get views from Big Brother all night long here from all over the place. So the 3-1 high he takes, and that's ball 4. They look down to first base of the ump, and he says no. And a 5-pitch walk there from Savage as they show some. Get this out of here. They have these stats about 200 days since his pro debut. That's great. Yeah, I think that's great. He looks like a kid, but we want to see him play. That's why we're tuning in here. Man on first, no outs. Teoscar Hernandez at the plate. Former Blue Jay, fan favorite, takes the ball 1 on the slider in the dirt. As they show his stats, 268, 4 bombs, 11 ribs. Feels like everyone plays for the Dodgers, but whatever. Man on first, no out, top 1. Savage behind in the count again. Something to monitor here. He was a little erratic in the first, but managed to work through it. And already in the second, he's walked the leadoff man. Here's the 1-0 to Hernandez. Slider outside corner, strike 1, 1-1. Obviously, the first time any of these guys have seen him. As we look at Sam Crow, Pete Walker, pitching coach for Toronto. See, he might want to keep an eye on Savage and maybe go out and talk to him. Tell him, get ahead, stay ahead. Here comes the 1-1. Slider inside. Strike 2. Hernandez winces at it, but that's a strike. And this umpire has a low zone. It's pretty obvious at this point. We're at the top of the second. Both pitchers should know that. Both teams should know that. These are professionals. They get it. The Canadian fans are on their feet. As Hernandez goes back to talk to the umpire, it's a strike, man. That's it. There's nothing to talk about. Don't touch the umpire. You don't need to ask him. He called it a strike. It's a strike. It's a low zone, okay? Figure it out. Here comes the 1-2 from Savage. Slider swung on, bounced to short. plays the second base for one, back to first, not in time. Hernandez running hard, gets there. Nice play, nice idea there from Gimenez to at least get the lead runner. And there's one down with Hernandez at first as we wait for the next man to come up to the plate. So, yeah, it's a low zone, which is going to benefit the pitchers, and they just have to work to that zone. I mean, it's really not... It's not that hard. If I can see it, they can see it, okay? And I'm just watching this broadcast along with you guys here. That's all. Let's not make it more difficult than it needs to be. Max Muncy steps in. First pitch slider, inside corner, strike one. That Marlins guy is back again. Behind the plate, who is that guy? Why is he there? Ugh. We'll come back to that too. Top 2, 0-0 game. Man on first, one down. You're Savage working through it. And the guy sitting next to him with the red glasses, get out of here. Max Muncy bloops one into left field, base hit. Snyder picks it up. Can't advance. Hernandez has to stop at second base. Nice job by Muncy to knock it through there. He's got the beard going. He's got the trap shooters. Yep. And I'm telling you, the beard is mandatory in playoff baseball. Slider inside. Kind of jammed him a little bit. But he's strong enough to just kind of work it out there. Snyder comes in right in front of the left fielder. Base hit. 2 on, 1 down. And the Dodgers are in business now. Man in scoring position for Kike Hernandez. 306, 4 RBIs. And this guy's played in about 1,000 playoff games because he's been playing with the Dodgers. He played for the Red Sox before. High fastball misses 1-0. Okay, full disclosure, folks. I've always been a San Francisco Giants fan, and I hate the Los Angeles Dodgers. I'll do my best to keep that at bay. But this guy bugs me beyond belief. You know why? Because usually he's pretty damn good. Anyway, fastball swung on a miss from Hernandez. A 1-1 count. Long swing for Hernandez. You got to figure you'd pitch this guy in. Just jam this guy, man. Right? He's got a long swing. I just bust this guy in on the hands all day. Here comes a 1-1. Slider hangs out over the middle. Base hit up the middle. That's going to score a run. Varsho in. Brings it in. Hernandez around third. Scores easily. Then they cut it off. And just like I said, this guy, he always gets it done. Clayton Kershaw has so much gray in his beard. Man, I'm so glad it's his last season. Here's a view from Big Brother. Slider hangs out over the plate. Nice piece of hit in there. And what did I say? The guy's got a long swing. Don't leave it out over the plate for him. Pitch him in on the hands. Maybe the next time through the order, he can do that. Hernandez scores easily on that. And this is, I don't know, this little, we could do without that. But Hernandez is like a thorn in your side. The guy's just always getting it done. First pitch to Tommy Edman. Fastball inside, misses 1-0. And Blake Snell's got to like that after his long first inning. 30 pitches now for you, Savage. Tommy Edman standing in. 2 bombs, 6 ribs in the postseason. 286, the number 8 hitter. Here comes the 1-0 from you, Savage. Swing and a miss, strike 1. 4-seam fastball at the letters. Blew it right by him. So the Dodgers now, they strike iron here in the second inning. And they got the young guy in the stretch. They have him in trouble. And the pitch count is up. Fastball up and in. Swung on a miss. Strike 2. 1-2. Blew it right by him there. But this is where the Dodgers could really start to pile on here. Got a runner in scoring position. 1 down. As we get another look at that high fastball. Edman way late on that one. And why go away from it? Just go right back to the same pitch. Edman ready. Savage has his pitch. Edman stepped out. Took a little time there. Here's the 1-2. Slider in the dirt. Nice block. Splitter in the dirt. Nice block by Kirk. That's why I say he's a gold glove caliber catcher. Nice work there. Just to smother the ball. 2-2 now. 1 down. 1-0 Dodgers. Savage up to 33 pitches here. Muncy at second. And you got Hernandez leading off from first. Here comes the 2-2. Slider, bounce to third. Here comes little Ernie Clement, no play, swinging bunt. High slider, up at his neck, and he just kind of swung on and just tipped it right down the line. Stays fair in play, and that's going to be bases loaded. Now, the way he drew it up, Edmonds is on first with a single nonetheless. And Trey Savage, look at this. Oh, man, he's like a lumberjack. That's just a high swing. Clement was playing back on the play, and he really had no chance. He just picks it up and doesn't even bother to throw it to first. Infield single as Sam Crow comes out of the dugout, covering his mouth. And yeah, we're getting a look around as the number 9 hitter here. Pages is coming up, number 44. 086 in the postseason. Man, not what the Dodgers were looking for. I don't know what they got on their bench to, in place of that, but you got to figure a guy hitting below 100. I mean, might as well just let Blake Snell hit for himself. I mean, seriously. And we're just about ready to go here. You got Godzilla on deck here. Top of the second, 1 down, bases loaded. 086, Pages at the plate. Here comes a pitch from Yasevich. Slider outside corner, strike 1 at the knees. And that's the zone. That's where it's going to be all night. Hopefully, we can keep it that way. Andy Pages here. Career against the Jays, only 6 games. I don't know. That was a long time ago. The guy hasn't had a hit in a long time. He's 0 for October here. Slider swung on, fouled off, and off the right side. And he's got a 0-2. And this is where Yasevich wants to be. He needs to pitch from ahead. You do not want to be getting behind, especially as this order turns over and he's going to face him for the second time. He does not want to do that. Here comes the 0-2. Time. Pages steps out. Maybe he's trying to ice him or something. Andy Pages 0 for 10 with runners in scoring position. Well, that's not really a surprise considering the guy's got like 1 hit. So the bases are loaded and he has his opportunity here. And this is what makes games, too. If the bottom of the order can produce, the Blue Jays will have no chance in this series. Here's the 0-2. Splitter in the dirt. And ball 1. Nice take from Pages. Yeah, I mean, that kind of is the beauty of these series as they progress, is how is the bottom of the order, producing for the team. If the 7, 8, 9 guys are getting it done for LA, Toronto's not going to win this series. Here's the 1-2, high splitter, misses, 2-2. I want to call it a changeup, but I mean, it is a splitter. It might as well be a changeup. Anyway, 2-2, 1 down, bases loaded here. Game 1 of the World Series. Dodgers already on top. Young pitcher needs to get out of the jam. Pitch count's up to 38 now. Also something to monitor. Fastball at the knees, just missed. 3-2, below the knees there. Full count. Nice work by Pages to come back. He was behind 0-2, and now he's worked it full. Exactly what they want to do. Run the pitch count up on the rookie. Good take there from Pages. Close pitch, but that's low. And, I mean, at this point, you got to think, how far is Yasevich going to go? 5 innings? I mean, he's already got 40 pitches. Here comes a full count pitch. Swung on and missed on the slider in the dirt, and he got him. Takes a lot of stones to throw that pitch there. That was ball 4. Pages offered at it. I mean, that's, man, high leverage situation. World Series throws that slider on 3-2. Well done, Yasevich. Man, like I said, lot of stones to throw that there. And he gets a number 9 hitter, and he screams, "What?" Good job by Yasevich, but it doesn't get any easier because Godzilla's at the plate now. 2 down. Here's a pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1, fastball up and in. Ohtani pulled his head. He was thinking bad intentions there. He was looking to make this a 5-run ball game. He did strike out in the first. And Ohtani's hit the home runs, but his average is, just above the Mendoza lines. Kind of struggled a bit in the postseason. Slider in the dirt, ball 1, nice take. 1-1. Yasevich north of 40 pitches now. Ohtani says here, 3 grand slams in his career, 80 plate appearances, 235 career average. Yasevich is ready, and he's at the belt. Here comes the 1-1. High splitter misses, 2-1. Kirk telling him, come on, man, take it easy. We can do this. Let's get out of here, big fella. Yasevich grabs a rosin bag. Let's see if he can get out of this jam here. Jays really need this right here. You get behind multiple runs with Blake Snell on the mound. This could be a lot of trouble. Here comes the 2-1 from Yasevich. Slider swung on, hit to first. Guerrero's got it. He's going to take it himself. Hustles up, and he makes it. Nice job getting out of the jam. Nice hustle by Guerrero. Nice glove work. All around, good job. Guerrero flips the ball into the crowd and says, here you go. And we will be back after probably way too many commercials. We'll talk to you soon. Hang tight now. Welcome back, friends. Top of the third. Yasevich back on the bump and ready to do work. Stepping in is Mookie Betts, and here's the first pitch. Fastball inside corner, missed, up and in. 1-0 the count. 44 pitches for Yesavich. Betts 0 for 1 on the day with the ground out. Let's see if Betts can get some bat on here. Next pitch, fastball at the belt, strike one, 1-1, out over the plate. Yesavich, 22 years old, rookie season, came up late in the year, having himself a dream season. Here's the 1-1, fastball up and away, ball 2. That high pitch has not been called all day. This is a low zone. No need to complain about it or shake your head. This is it. That's what it is. Just deal with it. 2-1 here. Moving quickly, Yesavich. Here comes the pitch. Slider low, 3-1. And Yesavich is behind another hitter, and Miller time cannot like that. Sam Crow looks out to the bullpen to see what's going on out there. I don't know. This does not bode well to get behind early. High fastball, ball 4. Hasn't been a strike all day, and it's not right now. And that's a leadoff walk for Betts. Good job. And Yesavich is not doing himself any favors here, ladies and gentlemen. As we get a replay of that nice work by Blake Snell. Heads up, laser beam over to third. Throws out little Ernie Clement. And that's just a terrible base running mistake. That just cannot happen. You cannot make the last out at third base. You're already in scoring position. Anyway, Freeman up. Fastball fouled off the left-hand side. 0-1 the count. But back to Yesavich here. I mean, he gets behind and walks the leadoff guy going in to the heart of the order with Freddie Freeman at the plate. Like this is not how they drew it up. They're already behind in the game 1-0. Let's see what happens. Fastball inside, 1-1, off the inside part of the plate. He's at 50 pitches now. I mean, it doesn't seem like he's going to be too long for this game. You know, high leverage. You don't want to cook your bullpen, but do you want to let your rookie pitcher, who's been in the league for like a month, get behind the freaking Dodgers? I don't think so. Pick play to first. Nothing doing there. This clown in the Marlins jersey behind the home plate has his hat to the side. I mean, come on, man. Just not a good look. Sitting next to Elton John, who's been on his phone the entire time. It's the World Series, bud. What are you doing there? How much do those seats cost? 1-1 pitch. In the dirt. Ball 2. And he's behind again here, and I mean, you got to think that as they're showing some stats about Freddie Freeman. Yeah, we saw that. That's great. You know, that's great. How long is Miller time going to let Trey Yesavich get behind? You know, the third inning here, and it's happened. He went 1-2-3 in the first, so we'll see what happens. 2-1 to Freeman is high, ball 3. Maybe Kirk, the big man, can go out and talk to him and calm him down because the rookie's struggling right now. The pitch count's starting to creep up. Freeman's sitting in here, sitting dead red. This is not the guy you want to be having to hit the strike zone with. I mean, maybe you go after Will Smith, but I wouldn't want to be pitching to Freddie Freeman here. 3-1 on the way. High fastball, ball 4, and he's walked the first 2 guys. And something just ain't right here as Sam Crow goes to the pen, calls down there and says, get your ass up and let's go. Trey Yesavich touches the rosin bag. Miller time needs a beer ASAP. And it's go time for the Dodgers here. 2 on, no outs. Man already in scoring position. You got your cleanup hitter up, Will Smith. And I mean, this has the makings of an abject disaster for the Jays fans here. They're mighty silent. Well, I got the sound down. They look mighty silent. Here's the pitch. Fastball at the knee. Strike 1. Nice pitch there. Inside corner, 94 on the black. Will Smith 0 for 1 on the day. Or sorry, he walked his first AB. And on cue, there's Fisher, number 63, getting warmed up as he should. Game means way too much. You do not want to get behind this team. Second pitch, swung on and missed. Fastball on the outside corner, 94. So Will Smith tried to put one in the seats. Nice pitch from Yesavich. Outside corner on the black. Well done. Here's the line on him thus far. 2 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 3 walks, 2 Ks. Can't like that. But he is in the driver's seat here. Maybe to see if he works low with the splitter, try and get that double play ball, which helped him big time in the ALCS. Here comes the 0-2. Slider low and away. 1-2 the count. At least he didn't hang one out over the plate. But a nice take, easy take there for Will Smith as he takes a deep breath in and says, let's go. We are ready to work here. 1-2 count on the way. Gimenez at the belt. He kicks. High fastball. Smith lets it go. Good take. Hasn't been a strike today. Way to go, ump. Keep it consistent. No need to ring him up there. Your zone's at the knees. Keep it at the knees. And keep it there all damn day. We do not need any umpire interference today. 2-2 count. Man on first and second. 0, no outs. Slider away at the belt. Just off the black. Nice take from Smith. Full count again. Pitch count up to about 59 now. Almost 60. Gimenez is not going to be long for this game. He'd be lucky to get 5 innings in. The big man tries to frame it. Decent enough effort, but that's not a strike. And 3-2 here. Will Smith steps in. Gimenez looking into the big fella Kirk. He's really grinding here. This is a big pitch, and he's got to have it. 3-2 on the way. Here it comes. Fastball hit the other way into right field. Base hit. Right fielder's charging. Not even going to make an attempt. Betts scores easily. And Freeman caught in a rundown. Ball comes over to little Ernie Clement. He tags him, but not before Will Smith gets a second. Nice piece of hitting right there by Will Smith. That is a professional at bat, and that is why the Dodgers are who they are. Man, oh man, that's just great hitting right there. Fastball in the outside corner. He doesn't try and do too much. Just poke it into right field. That is excellent right there, ladies and gentlemen. That is the way it's done. Nice heads-up play from the right fielder out there to throw it into the cutoff man and tie Freeman up. That's just a terrible job by Freeman. Pick up your base coach, dude. Look at the third base coach. And no, he's looking at the right fielder. What are you doing? He just gave up an out there on just sheer stupidity, Freddie Freeman. All-star player, minor league mind, I guess. I don't know. One down, top 3. 2-0. Now the Dodgers are up 2-0. Teoscar Hernandez in. Will Smith leads off at second. Slider on the outside corner flails at it. Fouls it off. 0-1. 61 pitches now for Gimenez. Teoscar Hernandez, 4 home runs in the postseason. Grounded into a fielder's choice his first at bat. As we look into the All-Star team's dugout. Got some hardware around his neck there. It's got to be at least 2 pounds of silver there around his neck. Can't be speeding him up at all. 0-1 pitch on the way. High fastball well out of the zone, 1-1. So, Gimenez is laboring now. He is laboring. And there's a runner in scoring position. The number 5 hitter up. This is, he's not out of it yet. This would be a huge out here if he can get this. Here's the 1-1. Oh, man, he's up again. Splitter well out of the zone. Not where it wants to be. Maybe someone could come out and talk to the young guy and just tell him, easy does it, dude. You're okay. Just simmer down and let's get through this. But he's on an island out there right now, trying to get out of this jam that he created for himself with 2 walks. Next pitch, slider out over the plate, swung on a miss. I don't think he wants to throw the slider there. That is not a good place to miss. And Hernandez swung right through it, but that location, that ain't it. 2-2. Gotta have it here. As the Maple Leaf fans are showing the flag. Marlins Man sitting down with Elton John. Slider away, nice pitch. That's a better location. 3-2. Good take from Hernandez. And the pitch count just continues to move north. Miller Time says, how cold are those beers back there? Because I need one. Muncy on deck. 1-for-1 on the day. And here comes a full count. Gimenez has got to have this one here. He kicks. Fastball hit up the middle. Oh, second baseman nabs it and throws over to first. Great play at second base. Had him positioned perfectly. Backhands it up the middle. Man, oh man. Bo Bichette. Good play, my man. Backhand, he was positioned perfectly. Nice play. Nice throw. Off balance back to the big fella at first. Good strong arm. And that's just right place, right time. Tough luck for Hernandez. That could have been a hit. Probably should have been a hit. Man, they had him over at close to second base with the runner on second. Gimenez dodges a bullet there. That's a hit 9 times out of 10. But 2 down now. Top of the third. Dodgers up 2-0. Max Muncy, big at bat here. Fastball in the dirt, low. 1-0. Not even close. Max Muncy been there forever. Professional hitter. Hitting in the 6 hole today. 1-for-1. Kind of struggled in the postseason. Only 1 bomb, hitting .241. 1 RBI. But he has a chance here. Slider. Splitter. Inside. Strike 1. Inside corner. 1-1. Muncy lets it go. Not a bad idea. All right, says Max Muncy here is like basically first in everything in Dodger postseason history. Well, they're there every year, so he's probably played more postseason games than any two players. Swung on and missed. Slider inside, 1-2. Nice pitch from Savage. Much better location. As the Canadian fans get off their feet, the ice skates are away. They are ready. The poutine has been put down because this is a huge at-bat here. Let's see if Savage can get out of the jam and just limit the damage. Marlins Man still sitting. Slider inside, ball 2. 2-2. He got that one up again. Man, that slider is up, and that's what happens. The higher the pitch count goes, the longer he stays out there, the longer he's sweating through it, the more he's going to leave pitches up. He's got a good lather going already. I mean, big pitch here. 2-2. Swung on and missed. He got him with the splitter low and away. Savage works out of the jam. They strand the runner at third base. And it is just going to be 2 runs, or 1 run on the inning, but a 2-run lead for the Dodgers as the Blue Jays will be coming to the plate in the bottom of third. We'll be back now. We're back. Bottom of the third inning. Dodgers up 2-0. Ken Rosenthal, his stupid bow tie, are going to interview Miller Time in the middle of the game, and I really don't understand why we're doing this. As Blake Snell takes a bump, curveball over the outside corner to Schneider, 0-1. Why do they need to interview the manager in the middle of the game? It doesn't matter. You don't need to listen to anything he's saying. What he's saying right now is, dude, get out of my face. I need a beer and I want to win this game. High fastball misses 1 and away. Here, I'll lip read for you. Hey, Ken, I don't like your bow tie. Yeah, I would never wear it. It looks okay on you, but it's just not for me. You know what? Big game here. I wish you'd get out of my face. Here's the 1-1. Change up, low and away. Nice take from Snyder, 2-1. And Miller Time is, he's being nice because he has to be nice because it's a nationally televised game on on Fox and everything. And Ken Rosenthal seems like a nice guy, but swung on and missed at the changeup, 2-2. And really, Ken, what I could use right now is 8 Miller Lights and a home run. How's that? Is that asking too much? As Kirk, we get a look at our guy, Bichette. We're starting to pan. Jack Straw from Wichita. And here's the 2-2 from Snell. Change up, misses, low and away. Full count. Nice at bat from Snyder. Work it up. The last thing the Blue Jays want to do is give a lead to Blake Snell and just let him go to work out there. So let's see if Handlebar Mustache here. Good job, by the way, Snyder. Good look, man. Let's see what he can do. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him on another changeup. Schneider's got to be thinking to himself, Jesus, dude, throw me a fastball. Swung on and missed, and he got him. Nice sequence there from Snell. And, I mean, I don't think this should surprise anybody. You give a guy like this a lead, and he's just going to go out there and get it done. And notice he wasn't pitching from behind. But this is a different story here because Big Bad Vlad is up, and here's the first pitch. High fastball misses 96 at the letters, 1-0. Nice take for Guerrero. Guerrero is so intimidating in the box. I mean, this guy he's a handful, okay? Here's the 1-0. Change up at the knee. Looked like a fastball. Good pitch there. Low at the knees, 1-1. Guerrero just spits on it. Says, not my pitch. Bring me something else. Snell working, moving quickly. Swung on and missed. High fastball up in the zone. Fouled off, 1-2. And on cue, 2-run lead. All you got to do, throw strikes. Let your defense help you out. No need to go crazy. He's already at 51 pitches after that laboring first inning. Here comes the 1-2 from Snell. He's got his pitch. He kicks, and it's on its way. Spiked it in the dirt with the slider, 2-2. Easy take for Guerrero. They'll toss the ball aside. Blake Snell looks like he hasn't slept in 3 days, and, I mean, whatever. I get it. It's a big game. As Bo Bichette waiting there on deck. Here comes the 2-2. Fastball up and away, 3-2, missed, and another full count. Guerrero, maybe he can get something to hit here. He walked his first at bat. Maybe he'll walk here. I'm guessing Snell, well, I don't think he wants to walk anyone, but you got to be careful with the big guy. Swung on and hit the left field, base hit. Change up and just hit into the left. Nice job by Guerrero. Man, this guy is so damn good. He is so damn good. And he's on base again. I mean, this guy's what? His on-base percentage is what? Like 600? Freaking guy is always on base. And he hits jacks, and he runs the bases, and he plays defense. That is a hell of a ball player right there, folks. Number 27. Man, I think he's better than his old man. And speak of the devil, there's his old man right there. Yeah, you should be. Good job. Anyway, man on first, one down, bottom three here. Boba shut at the plate. Swing and a miss, high fastball, got him up and in. Nice location from Blake Snell, and he's ahead again. Bichette had that cue shot single in his first at bat, swinging away on the 3-0. Really weird contact, just squibbed off the inside part. Here comes the 0-1. Swung on, hit the right. Again, this could be a double play. Over to second, and two back to Freeman at first. Double play. Nice work there from Mookie Betts. Good hard slide from Guerrero. But, man, ground ball to Freeman. Backhands it. Flips over to second. Mookie Betts steps on second, throws back. Dodges Guerrero with the hard slide. Nice slide from Guerrero. Well done by the Dodgers. And the inning is over. And Blake Snell makes quick work. We're through 3. 2-0 Dodgers. And we'll be back for the fourth in just a second. Welcome back, friends. Top of the fourth. Savage back on the bump. First pitch to Kike Hernandez. Fastball outside corner. Waved at and missed. 0-1. And now we get a look over at Dave Roberts. And, I'm just going to withhold comment. I already told you I'm a Giants fan. And I'll just withhold comment. I'll try to do my best not to bag on Dave Roberts incessantly. I can't promise anything. Fastball away. Swung on. Fouled off to the right. No, Dave Roberts was cool back when he played for the Red Sox and all, but as a Dodgers manager, no thank you, okay? I'll just leave it at that. Tom Pelisaro over there, just, again, top of the fourth. What is he saying? We're winning. We are the National League All-Star team. We're really good. What else is he going to say? He's going to say nothing that means anything, okay? He's not going to tell you what he really thinks, which is, I want to get this kid out of here and get into their bullpen and just bury this team in 4 games. Here comes the 0-2. Swung on and missed. Nice pitch. Slider. Savage dealing. And that's what happens when you pitch from in front. He just worked right through Hernandez there. Got him to fish at the slider. That 12-6 coming right down. Nasty, nasty stuff right there. Nice pitch from Savage. Hernandez 0-2. Big swing on the 0-2 with the leg kick. Got the trap shooters going. Get out of here. 1 down. Top of the fourth. 2-0 Dodgers lead. And Tommy Edman, fastball up and away, 1-0. Edman 1 for 1, had the swinging bunt, hitting .306 with 2 bombs, 6 ribs, having himself a nice little postseason. Let's see what he can do here on the 1-0 from Savage. Fastball swung on, popped up, hit a mile, straight back, out of play. Marlins Man's got himself a Marlboro Red, about ready to smoke that right in the second row, right behind home plate. The Fluharty is getting lubed up in the Toronto Blue Jays bullpen. And it makes sense considering Savage has 76 pitches. If they're lucky, he can go 5, depending on how this inning shapes up, but we'll see. Here's the 1-1. High fastball, swung on, fouled away, 1-2. At the bare minimum now, through the 4th inning, Trey Savage has gotten ahead of hitters. He's not pitching from behind, as we get some of the, this cool technology and stuff and his strikeout of Ohtani. None of that matters. We got Big Brother with all these crazy views everywhere. The Canadians are up, but the Marlins Man is not. Splitter, fouled back. Edmonds, nice job staying alive there. Wasted the pitch, 1-2. Again, off-speed pitch, up in the zone. Not where Savage wants to live. He needs that down below the knees. And he's ready to work already. Here comes the 1-2. There it is. The slider down below the knees. Strike 3. Got him swinging. 2 in a row. 2 strikeouts in a row. 5th K for Savage. And that is what they're talking about there. 79 pitches, though. I'd be shocked if they let him throw a century. I doubt it. But kind of lazy back there by my man Kirk with the backhand. But that's all right. No one's on base. Would hate to have that go back. That's got to be his old man over there. Pretty cool moment for him. How cool is that? Top 4, 2 down. Pages, the number 9 hitter. First pitch, swung on, hit the right center field, drifting back at the track, and he brings it in. Jack Straw flips it into the crowd. 1 pitch, 1 out. Well done. 1-2-3 inning, and that is what you're supposed to do to the bottom of the order. Make short work of it. We'll see if they let him come out to start the 5th, and we'll be back for the bottom of the 4th inning. Hang tight now. Welcome back to the Blue Collar Broadcast, friends, as we get another Big Brother look. Man, the hidden camera in the dirt. Mookie Betts jumping up over the top and completing the double play. Nice work by Betts. And we're just more stuff that we don't need to see. I mean, we're here to watch the game. I mean, Special Olympics is pretty cool. I'm okay with that. You got a little $50,000 check going on to people of Toronto. I guess that's all right. My man, Alejandro Kirk leading off. Curveball snapped in by Blake Snell on the corner, 0-1. First plate appearance for the big fella was a walk. He worked a nice count. Let's see if he can do the same thing. Here comes the 0-1. Change up, wasted away, and he's behind 0-2. Blake Snell seems to have it down now. He was kind of spotty with the fastball early on, but his off-speed stuff looks mighty fine. Low in the zone. He's snapping that curveball off real nice. Change-up's been below the knees. I mean, like I said, this is the kind of guy, you give him a lead and you just turn your head and the game's over. Here comes the 0-2. High fastball fouled away. Good job by Kirk to foul that one off. Good pitch from Snell. That's where you want to throw that on 0-2. So LA with a 2-run lead and in the driver's seat here. Snell is working quickly. Here comes the 0-2. Change up away. Nice take. 1-2. I mean, aside from that big pitch inning, Snell's been kind of like grooving here. So 60 pitches on the day, bottom of the fourth, 2-run lead for the Dodgers. Here's the 1-2. High fastball fouled away. Man, Kirk just, I mean, this guy never gets wasted. Snell's got to be thinking, dude, get this fat man out of here. I can't get this guy out of here. As Mark Pryor goes, I mean, you could listen to me, but I used to get shelled when I played for the Cubs. And he's doing some Tai Chi there on the mound, and that's cool and all, but whatever. Here's the 1-2 from Snell. Fastball fouled away again, and there goes my man Kirk. Now he's up to about, 6-7 pitches here. Snell has got to be frustrated. Let's see if he snaps that curveball off in the dirt. Anyway, some other meaningless stat about Major League history that no one cares about because the game is way different now. And here comes the 1-2. Change up, or a slider, curveball in the dirt. Missed, too low. Easy take for Kirk, 2-2. Snell back on the mound. He looks a little frustrated. This guy Kirk is annoying, okay? And that's why he is awesome. And he's fat. So here comes a 2-2. Ball is hit into right field down the line, drifting off the wall. That's going to be... Oh, no, it's going to be 2 for the big fella. He's got to waddle back to first base. Nice piece of hitting by my man, Alejandro Kirk. Thought it was a foul ball off the bat, but he just went with it, and that's what you do, folks. Pitches on the outside corner, you just go to right field. You don't need to pull everything. Nice job of hitting there from Kirk, and he damn near missed a home run off the wall at the 328 sign. Well done, Kirk. Hey, we're not going to hold him to it. We know he's a big man. That's okay he didn't get 2. Barry Bonds wouldn't have got 2 on that. And he used to steal a lot of bags back in the day. Of course, he would have walked to first base too. But anyway, that's another story. Varsho at the plate. Snell on the stretch. First pitch. Swung on. Hit to center field. Pages on his horse. He looks up and that ball's gone. It's out of here. Dead center. Varsho just hits a laser beam to center. And this game is tied. The Canadian fans are going ballistic as they should be. Nice trot from Varsho as he rounds third. Gives a little forearm shiver there. And this game is tied and this game is completely changed in 2 pitches. Oh man, you get Snell into the stretch, 423 to dead center. Sport coat is out. Not a huge fan, but I do like the business look. Let's go. Now we have a game 1-1. Wow, Varsho's got to be jacked. I'm pretty jacked. Nice piece of hit in there, fastball. He just sits on it. Boom, dead to center field. Well done, number 5. Way to get it done. And it all started with Alejandro Kirk. Here's the big brother view. Fastball, and he just oh man. Here's a great view here. Fastball to Varsho, and he's just all over that thing. Dead center. Pages looks up, well up off the wall, and that ball is gone. Snell cannot be happy. And that was the fastball, and he has had some trouble locating the fastball. That one was right over the plate as little Ernie Clement comes up, flips a changeup into center field. Pages calls off Hernandez. He's got it, 1 down. Way to go for Snell to get the out right after that. But we have a 2-2 ball game now. Here's the replay. And man, he just pissed all over that thing. Fastball right out over the plate, and he did not miss it. Springer loves it. course he does. That's a Springer-like hit right there. 2-2 game. Bottom 4. 1 down. Blake Snell trying to regroup here. And it is Jack Straw from Wichita. Big swing and a foul off there. Jack Straw needs to talk to Ernie Clement about how to hit because that swing is way too long. He's going to bust him in all night long, and I just don't think he's going to be able to hit. We'll see how it goes. Straw hitting in the 8-hole. Here's the 0-1. Change up, left out over the plate, hitting to left center field. Hernandez is over, and he makes a running catch. Nice play from Hernandez there. Out off the end of the bat. But another pitch out over the plate there from Snell. Jack Straw from Wichita, just going to jog back into the dugout. 2 down now. And good job by Snell to kind of regroup and get 2 quick outs. 68 pitches for him on the day. And we got a whole new ball game here as Andres Gimenez is going to come to the plate. The lefty. First pitch, curveball. Nice take, nice pitch. The Marlins man seems like he's perked up a little bit, and John Elton has decided he wants to watch the game now too. He put his phone away, finally. What kind of jackass buys those seats and has his phone out all day? That guy. Swung on, fouled out. 1-1. So Andres Gimenez hitting in the 9-hole. He did have some pretty big moments for the Jays in the ALCS. Had a couple of bombs. Plays a nice little shortstop. Here's the 1-1 from Snell. Waved at, slider low and away, no chance at that. And Snell just goes, yeah, I got this guy. So 1-2 now. Dave Roberts, no comment. 1-2, 2 down here. Bottom 4. As Godzilla's getting ready, taking BP in the middle of the game. I mean, he is Godzilla. He can do whatever he wants to do. Here comes the 1-2. Checks his swing at the slider in the dirt. He didn't go. Didn't even bother to look. Gimenez, everyone knows it's not a strike. Snell says, did you check with the Mafia boss down there at third base? No? Why? Okay, it's 2-2. As we get another look at Daulton Varsho. After his big home run has tied up the World Series in Game 1. What a moment for him. And here comes the 2-2. And he rings him up with the slider on the outside corner. And Snell looks miffed, and he should be, but he does get out of it, but not after Daulton Varsho hits the big home run to dead center field. And we have a brand new ball game, 2-2 through 4. The sport coat is out in Toronto. We'll be back. Welcome back to Toronto, friends. The World Series Game 1, top 5, and we got a good one brewing here. As Toronto goes to the bullpen, and it's going to be Fluharty. As he comes in, the lefty, sidewinder. First pitch to Godzilla, strike 1 on the outside corner. So as expected, Yasavich only goes 4. Mason Fluharty, 3 earned runs through 4 1/3. Not great. Here's a pitch, sidewinder to Ohtani. He waves at it, 0-2. And Ohtani's thinking to himself, man, I'll get him. Anyway, 0-2. Top of the 5th. Leadoff man here. Top of the Dodgers order. 3rd time through the lineup here. The skates are off and they're up. The Blue Jays fans are on their feet. Labatt Blue is out. Here comes the 0-2 from Fluharty. He kicks. Another slider outside. Misses. Ball 1. Nice idea there. Nice idea from the lefty. Just off the black. Trying to get the big man to chase. That's a good place to miss. That's a great 0-2 pitch just off the black. Well done. And here comes the 1-2. He kicks. Same pitch. Outside corner. 2-2. Jays fans still on their feet. As Ohtani is just patiently waiting. Cannot make a mistake to this guy. He will make you pay. So 2-2. Here's a pitch from Fluharty. Slider at the knees, and he rung him up. So a curveball. Nice pitch. He broke it on the inside corner this time, and he got Ohtani looking. 1 down to start it off. And like I said at the top of the inning, Yasavich only goes 4. A lot of pitches started to creep up on him. We're going to have to monitor that today and throughout the series because if these bullpens start getting chewed, man, oh man, it could be. I mean, Toronto's going to need to play their A game to beat this team. I'll just say that. 1 down. Mookie Betts. Curveball outside corner misses. 1-0. Betts 0 for 1 on the day with a walk. A lot of hardware around his neck, too. He's got an extra 3.5 pounds of gold around his neck. Got to slow him down a little bit. Here comes the 1-0. Curveball low. 2-0. as Miller time looks on. And like I said about Trey Savage, only 4 innings pitched because the pitch count started to creep. But good job to get out of a couple of jams. And man, good young pitcher there for the Blue Jays. The 2-0 is on the outside corner for a cutter. Strike 1, 2-1. Betts lets it go. Yeah, Trey Savage, I mean, what is he, 22 years old? Guy stays healthy and keeps it up. Jay's got something brewing over there. Here comes a 2-1. He kicks. Curveball again, or cutter over the inside part of the plate. 2-2. Betts takes it. Maybe Betts isn't picking it up because there's 2 pitches out over the plate that he didn't even offer at. 2-2. The maple leaf is out. And here comes the pitch. Swung on, hit the short, base hit up the middle. Nice job, Mookie Betts. Man, oh man, this Dodgers lineup, you just don't catch a break. Top to bottom, well done. Nice at bat there from Betts, and he just slaps it right back up the middle. Nice piece of hitting there. And that's going to bring up Freddie Freeman. Like I said, it never gets any easier. Lefty on lefty here. Let's see what goes on here. I mean, I guess Pajes is the only guy that you got to break with, the 9. Freeman been struggling, only 1 home run, 1 RBI in the postseason, but well documented his success in the postseason. First pitch, fastball up and in. Did he go? No, he didn't. Check with the third base up. Checks his swing, and it'll be 1-0. Nice idea to bust him in there by Fluharty. Up and in. Do not let this guy get extended. Here's the 1-0 as he looks back Betts, and he kicks. Curveball inside corner, strike 1, 1-1. Nice pitch. That was a pitch he got Ohtani on. Seems to be his go-to. He's been spotting it pretty well, and he's been keeping it down where he needs it to be. See how long they stick with Fluharty here. 1-1. 1 down here. Top 5. 2-2 game. Game 1. World Series. Hits Freeman. Is that off the bat, or did he hit him? Up and into Freeman. Looks like it hit the knob of the bat, and lucky one there that he didn't drill him. As we get the big brother view, up and in, bam, right off the knob of the bat. And, yep, he's really wanting to work Freeman inside, and I can't say I blame him. Good camera work there from big brother. 1-2 count. Here comes the pitch. Curveball swung on, fouled off. We'll do it again. Nice job by Freeman there to just waste that one. Freeman, no mustache. Fluharty, no mustache. Not a fan. These fans in Toronto know what a playoff beard is all about, and it's important. Do not overlook the mustache, yeah? So Freeman, talking back to my man Kirk back there, and says, was that a strike? He says, yeah, dude, it was a strike. And we're ready to work here. 1-2 the count. 1 down, man on first. Here comes the pitch. What are we doing here? Here comes the pitch. High fastball, swung on, fouled off. And we'll do it again. Nice job by Freeman to stay alive there. As we get some looks of Freddie Freeman as a child, because I guess he's Canadian. And you know what? That's great and all, but this is the World Series, and it doesn't matter where he's from, okay? We're just here to watch the game. We're in Canada. He's Canadian. That's great. 1-2 pitch, fouled off again, and we'll do it all over again. Freeman starting to run the pitch count up for Fluharty. He's up to 16 now. And, I mean, Miller Time's got to be needing a beer right now because all his pitchers are really throwing a lot of pitches out there. I mean, 1-2 pitch, swung on and hit a ton to right field or center field. Back goes Varsho, over his shoulder, makes the catch and gets it back in. Just warning track power there. And it's a long out. It looked a lot better than it was. Nice swing, nice stroke there from Freeman. I thought he might have gotten it off the bat, but it's just a long out, and Fluharty can take a sigh of relief as he's really starting to sweat now as he's been out there for a little bit. And he is almost through the jam, going through the teeth of the order. And here comes Miller Time. Out to the mound, and it looks like he's going to take Fluharty out, snaps his hand, gets the ball, and says, thank you, good job, and let's get Gimenez in here. And we're going to step aside, and we'll be back. Hang tight now. And we're back. Welcome back. As we wait the pitching change, Miller Time came out, Fluharty threw about just 2/3 of an inning. It's going to be Seranthony Gimenez, 6 2/3, 3 earned, 5 walks, 5 Ks. through the postseason. Here's his first pitch to Will Smith. High fastball, swung on and skied to right field, just what they want. Jack Straw from Wichita is under it. He gloves it, and that'll get him out of it. Flew hard. He's got to love that. Dominguez walks off the mound after one pitch, and we will be going into the bottom of the fifth, and we'll be right back, sports fans. Welcome back, friends. Bottom of the fifth here. World Series game number 1. There's Vlad Sr., that tool, Drake. Man, could have done without seeing that. First pitch from Snell, changeup outside, ball 1. Top of the order, third time through. George freaking Springer, do not blink. His shoes might come off when he swings. Watch the intensity. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and hit in the left field. And he dunks it right over the shortstop's head. Base hit for Springer. Leadoff man is on. Snell doing his Tai Chi, but it doesn't help because there is one man on. And that is exactly what Toronto needs to do. That's what happened in the last inning. Kirk got on. Changeup left out over the plate. Out off the end of the bat for Springer. There it is. The nice long stroke from Springer. You let that guy get extended, you are in trouble. So leadoff man is on. No outs. And you got Schneider at the plate and his handlebar mustache. Here comes a pitch from Snell. Curveball. Low. Ball 1. Close pitch. Just missed. Snyder 0 for 2 on the day. A 2 for 12 in the postseason. Didn't get a lot of run in the ALCS. But he's hitting in the 2-hole. Let's see if he can get anything going here for the Blue Jays. Tie game, bottom 5, game 1. Big moment here for the Jays. Got their leadoff man on for the second inning in a row. Change up in there. Strike 1, nice pitch from Snell, low in the zone. He's been spot on with the off-speed stuff, I tell you. The change up, the curveball, everything. Been spot on with it. It's the fastball that's kind of been his bugaboo here tonight. Springer leads off first. Snell in the stretch at the belt. He kicks and curveball low. Nice block from Smith behind the plate. 2-1. That's how it's done. Well done. 2-1 count. I mean, that's where you want to miss with that pitch. You don't want to leave it up out over the plate. Let's see if Harley Davidson here can do something with this here. 0 for 2 on the day. Big moment here for Schneider. Big moment here for the Jays. Wonder if these Canadian fans are watching. Doesn't look like it. Elton John put his phone away, though. Here comes a 2-1. Curveball outside corner. Strike 2. 2-2. Nice pitch from Snell. Man, I mean, Snell likes it. Of course he does. That's a great pitch. You got the big man on deck. And you got to think from Snell, Guerrero looks mighty comfortable. Well, he always looks comfortable, but you really want this guy right here. I mean, if he can get a ground ball or something, at bare minimum, okay, I'm figuring off speed low in the zone here. It's got to be. Here comes the 2-2. Pick play to first. Easy back for Springer. No lead anyway. Where's the oven mitt for Springer? Looks like he just got like a bowling, wrist guard thing. He tells Freeman, nah, I don't need an oven mitt. Freeman goes, yeah, you do. Where's your oven mitt? It's like a half an oven mitt. Anyway, 2-2. Here comes a pitch from Snell. Good size lead. Swung on and fouled off, and we'll do it again. Schneider out in front, but just nicked a piece of it to stay alive. 80 pitches now for Snell. Similar to his counterpart, Yusavich there, as he looks in at his, I don't know what that is. What is that? He's got maybe it's, I don't know, something cool I don't know about. Anyway, 80 pitches for Snell, like Yusavich, working higher pitch count now. Not long for the game. Imagine he's going to have a short rope in this fifth here. Here comes a 2-2. Swung on and hit the third base, gobbled up there, thrown to second for 1, back to first, 2! Double play, exactly what he needed. Edman turns it. Man, oh man, that is not what the Jays wanted there with the leadoff man on. Ground ball to Muncy, funnels it over to Edman at second. As we get a nice look there. Off-speed pitch. Comes over into the hole. It's a nice turn from Edman there and a good scoop from Freeman. Look at this. Plays it over to second. Edman with the quick transition. Back over. Nice dig by Freeman. Good work there, and they love it. And of course you love it. Who doesn't love a double play? Blake Snell loves a double play. And that's what Blake Snell can do. Nice job of pitching there. Gets into a 2-strike hole, and he's got empty bases for the big fella, and now he can kind of work around him if he has to. Let's see that first pitch. Swing and a miss. Slider low in the zone. And Guerrero's thinking, damn, I just missed it. 1-1 on the day, hitting .455. Jesus. This guy is a handful. 0-1 the count. Snell has his pitch, and here it comes. High fastball at the belt. Oof, That's right over the middle. That is a strike. I mean, that wasn't too high. That was bell high. So yeah, 0-2. Been a low zone, but we'll let it go. 0-2. Waste pitch coming. And he's got way too much plate, but he knobs it off to Edman. He grabs it and throws to first in time, and that'll end the inning. Nice job by Snell to work around the leadoff single. And we're through 5, and we'll be back for the 6th inning. Hang tight. Welcome back, friends. We're through 5 in Game 1 of the World Series. And who's got the edge here? According to Fox, the starting rotation goes to L.A. Offense goes to Toronto. Not like we really care what they think, but L.A.'s got the power. I think Toronto's got enough power, too. They don't have Godzilla. Defense to Toronto. Who cares what they think? Bullpen Toronto. Varland throws about 130 miles an hour. Big arm. Gimenez on the hill still. Slider up and out over the plate, Teoscar Hernandez. Teoscar Hernandez has missed a couple of pitches out over the plate. I don't know if he's late or he's hungover or, he came back to Toronto and saw a girlfriend or something. But he's had some pretty good pitches. He's had more good pitches to hit than anyone else, and he's done nothing with them. 0-2, fielder's choice, ground out. He did score a run. At least he's got a mustache going. 0-1, Gimenez on in relief. Here's the pitch, slider away, misses, 1-1. Teoscar Hernandez, like I said, that first pitch was pretty fat. In his last bat, he had a fat pitch. And, man, he's hitting in the 5-hole. Dodgers got to have this guy. They need his production. 4 home runs in the postseason. Here's the pitch. Fastball, low, 2-1. Gimenez can heat it up too, 97 miles an hour. Most of these guys in the Jays pen can throw smoke. So as we get a look over at Ohtani, guy doesn't have a care in the world. 2-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Fastball blew it right by him, 2-2. And Gimenez, 1 pitch away from getting the leadoff man, and that would be just what he wants. In fact, since the early going, Yasavage was kind of grinding there, but Fluharty, he kind of struggled too, actually. Here comes a 2-2. Fastball in the corner, rung him up, 98 at the knees on the black. That's wicked nasty. Teoscar Hernandez is starting to complain. There's 2 strikes on you, dude. You got to at least, why are you going to leave it up to him? Okay? Don't leave it up to him. It's kind of annoying. It's too close to take. So just slap the bat on and hit it foul. Ask Alejandro Kirk if you have any questions. As we have some more stats that we don't need because they don't really matter. And Max Muncy at the plate. Fastball, 99 miles an hour outside corner, just missed off the black. Nice pitch. Muncy, 1 for 2 on the day. Single in the 2nd inning. As we get another look over at Dave Roberts. No comment. 1-0 the count. 1 down here. Top 6. Fastball away, misses 2-0. So, yeah, we're starting to get into the gritty innings here now in a 2-2 game. This has been a pretty fun game so far. Dodgers jumped out to a 2-0 lead. Toronto fights back on the 2-run bomb. And it's go time now. LA's into the Toronto bullpen as Muncy skies one on the infield. 99 miles an hour at the letters. Tough pitch to hit. Little Ernie Clement catches it in foul ground. And there's 2 down. And Gimenez has been summoned, and he is doing his job. He came in 1 pitch at the end of the 5th, got it out, and he's got his first 2 outs here in the 6th. Let's see if he can get a clean inning here and retire Kike Hernandez, who, similar to his man, Alejandro Kirk right there, is an annoying at-bat. This guy will foul off a lot of pitches, and, he's a professional hitter. So this is a big at-bat right here. Let's see if Gimenez can get through it. Here's the first pitch. Fastball outside corner. Nice pitch. 98 at the knees. Waved at and missed by Hernandez. 316 in the postseason with 5 RBIs. He's got a long swing. I bet you could just bust this guy's hands in all day long. Let's see if he goes for it. Here's the 0-1. Fastball away. 1-1. Like I said, Hernandez, guy's been around the block. I feel like this guy plays every postseason game every year. It doesn't matter what team. I'm guessing they're all with the Dodgers, but this guy, man, 1-1 the count. 2 down here. Top 6. Here's the pitch. Fastball up and in. Swing and a miss. Blew it right by him. 1-2. And let's see if the Canadian fans get off their feet. The Labatt Blues are down. No poutine right now as Gimenez takes another second here. as we get a look at the pitch. Oof, man. And Hernandez goes, man, that's coming in here quick. 1-2 count, 2 down here. Gimenez trying to end the inning and get his team back up to the plate in a tie ball game here. Game 1 of the World Series. Marlins Man swung on and missed with the curveball, and he got him in a nice clean inning for Gimenez, and he's jacked, and he should be. Well done. Well done. As we are through 5.5 here, we're coming into the bottom of the 6th inning here. Blue Jays coming up. We'll be right back. Hang tight now. Welcome back, friends. Bottom of the 6th we go in a 2-2 game. Great start to the World Series. Snell still on the mound. First pitch, changeup to Bichette, misses 1-0. 85 pitches for Snell. Good job by him to get into the 6th inning. Overall, a pretty good outing so far. Let's see if he can get through the 6th here. Here's the 1-0. Ball 2, changeup again. They check down to first. No, he did not. It's 2-0. Bichette hitting clean up here. Snell going to have to go through 4, 5, 6 with the elevated pitch count. I'm sure they're going to have a short leash on him here. This is likely his last inning if he can get through it. Here's a 2-0. Change up again, 3-0. A lot of respect to Bichette. Going, what is that? 3 straight changeups there, but he's behind in the count 3-0, and this is not how you want to start the inning. He's been in the stretch in the last couple of innings. It burned him earlier when Varsho came up and hit the bomb. Let's see what happens here on the 3-0. Here's the pitch. Fastball outside corner, strike 1, 94. As Mark Pryor goes to the phone, calls down to the bullpen and says, yep, get ready. Let's do it. As number 80 starts to lube up. Here is the 3-1. Change up again with the off speed. Fouled off the right field side, and it's a full count. Nice job by Snell to come back here. So showing a lot of respect to Bichette, just hammering him with the off speed stuff. 5 changeup and 1 fastball. Let's see what he goes with here on the 3-2. High cheese, and he just laid off it. Up and out of the zone, 96, and another walk. Snell will be in the stretch again as he walks Bichette. Bichette will trot down to first. There he goes, change up. Yeah, I mean, the 4-seamer, yeah, we saw the Varsho home run. But he attacked Bichette like solely with changeups there. Kind of interesting. Can't be happy to be in the stretch again as he does his Tai Chi move again. Well, I don't know. That's not really working. They bring Bichette out of the game for a pinch runner. Kiner Falefa will come in. He'll take over at second base as he gets his lead at first. And that will bring in our guy, Alejandro Kirk, the big fella. Long at bats here. 90 pitches on the day for Snell. Here's the pitch. Swung on and cued to right field. Base hit to right. Falefa rounding second, and he stays at second. Teoscar Hernandez throws it in. And you got the leadoff man on first and second now. Runner in scoring position for the Toronto Blue Jays. Let's see if Dave Roberts is going to go to the bullpen. Kirk gets jammed a little bit there, but muscles it into right field. And base hit. Falefa, like all these other guys, not picking up his third base coach. But that's all right. They got the first 2 on. No outs. Mark Pryor trots out of the bullpen, or out of the dugout, and he's going to have a little meeting with Blake Snell. They're going to talk Tai Chi. And I swear to God, that is John Olerud at first base. I asked that in the ALCS. And I didn't get an answer. I don't think it is him, but it certainly looks like him. So, as we're getting another view of Daulton Varsho in his home run, fastball left out over the plate. Nice short stroke. Who cares about the exit velocity? I know that's a thing now, but you leave pitches over the plate to good hitters that are professional hitters, and they hit home runs. That's what happens. When you walk the leadoff guy and get behind in counts, you give up runs. I mean, we don't need to make it any more difficult than it needs to be. Pitchers need to pitch from in front, and they need to play to their defense, and they need to not leave balls out over the plate. Okay? I'm not a rocket scientist, but I do know this to be true. As Sheehan, number 80, gets ready in the bullpen, Blake Snell looks agitated. He should be agitated. He's let the first 2 guys on. He's been in the stretch a lot in the last few innings, and he is working, and here comes Varsho. Marlins Man finally has his hat on straight. Here comes the first pitch. Slider away, curveball away, 1-0. Easy take for Varsho. So the defense is shifted over to the right side to pull, which means if he's going to be attacked on the outside, don't try and pull it. Just hit it to left field. Man on first and second, no outs, bottom 6. Jays, big chance here. This is another huge moment in this game. Here's the pitch to Varsho, up and in, 2-0. So runner in scoring position, no outs at the bare minimum. At the bare minimum. You would love to get this guy over to third. I don't think they're going to bunt with Varsho, nor should they. The guy can hit, obviously. He's produced their only 2 runs, but you got to get something going here. Curveball swung on and fouled off, 2-1. And Snell comfortable with that curveball. He'll throw it in any count. He'll throw it 3-0. He didn't care, and it's a good one. And that one caught a lot of plate, and Varsho fouled it off. Little Ernie Clement waiting on deck. Varsho ready to do work. And Snell at the belt looks back to second, and he kicks, and here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Slider on the outside corner. Great pitch from Snell. Man, that is so nasty. 2-1 outside corner. If he hits that ball, it's a double play ball. There's nothing he can do with that. 2-2 the count now. Blake Snell looking, trying. Crafty vet trying to get out of the jam. The Blue Jays fans don't know what to do. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Fastball inside. Fouled him off. Nice pitch from Snell again. Good job to stay alive there by Varsho. Fathers and sons, yeah, we know. We know that their dads played baseball. We don't need to see it. We are just here to watch the game. Let's go. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Snell is ready at the belt. And the pitch. In the dirt. Slider, and it's a full count. Snell really grinding now. Really grinding. 97 pitches. The end is near here, and he has to have this. This is a gigantic moment in Game 1 of the World Series. Daulton Varsho already with the 2-run homer. Let's go. Let's see what we do here. Big moment here for Snell. Big moment here for the Jays. Marlins Man doesn't care. 3-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled off. Nice job there by Varsho to stay alive. Good pitch from Snell. Snell has confidence in all his pitches and will go to any one of them at any time. And that's a sign of an apex pitcher, man. Like, that is really good. But he is in trouble here. He is on the ropes, and can he get out of it? 3-2. We're doing it again here. Here comes the pitch. Curveball swung on, hit a ton down the right field line, but that is hooking, and it is foul. Nothing he can do but hit it foul. It looked good, but it's just nothing he can do there. Had to stay alive. 3-2 as we pan the crowd, and the Canadians. The Labatt Blue is on ice. They are waiting. They can taste it. They are so ready for this. As we're going to do the 3-2 again. Here comes the 100th pitch for Snell. He pauses, and here it comes. High fastball, and he drilled him in the shoulder. Man, oh man, the bases are going to be loaded with no outs, and it might be time to pull the plug on Blake Snell. It might be time. 1 second. Technical difficulties. Hang on. We're back. Apologies for the technical difficulties as we get another look of Varsho peeling out of the way, and that's the way to do it. Turn in on it. You turn inside back towards the ump, not out towards the pitcher. Snell shakes his head and thinks, man, what could have been? And that's going to do it for Snell. 100 pitches even as he walks off the mound. Overall, a good game, but man, he is still on the hook for those 3 runners as we wait for the bullpen to come on out. And we'll be back. 1 second now. We are back, friends. Little Ernie Clement and Sheehan on the mound. First pitch swung on, fouled away down the left field side with the slider. Emmett Sheehan in 15 games, starter, 6-3 record, 73 1/3, 2.82 ERA. Tough spot to be in. Man, bottom of the 6th, bases loaded, no outs. This is not a great spot to be in. But Sheehan ready to do work. Here's the 0-1 to Little Ernie Clement. Swung on, hit up the middle, base hit. That's going to score at least one. Falefa scores. Here comes the throw from Pages. And, of course, the big man has to wait at third. No doubt, smart play there by the third base coach. Can't let the big fella get thrown out. You still got the bases loaded. And Little Ernie Clement gives the Blue Jays the lead on the single up the middle. Cement mixer slider up the middle. Short stroke, just puts it right on it, right back where it came. Man, this Ernie Clement can hit, folks. I'm telling you, this guy can hit. 3-2 Blue Jays. Bo Bichette loves it. The Blue Jays love it. Miller Time loves it. We all love it. As Emmett Sheehan now is, man, we get a look at Blake Snell, and the only thing going through his mind needs to be, how do I continue to let the leadoff man on? How is that possible? Bases are still loaded. There is still much work to be done here if you're the Los Angeles Dodgers. And we're going to get a pinch hitter. It looks like it's going to be Nathan Lukes. So the line on Snell, 5 innings pitched, 8 hits, 3 runs so far. He's still on the hook for 2 more. The runners at second and third failed to register an out in the 6th inning as they go to the bullpen. And it is going to be Lukes. Nice beard. I'm telling you, it's mandatory in the playoffs. Although Varsho doesn't have one, we'll work on that. Little Ernie Clement can't grow one. That's okay. Here comes the first pitch from Sheehan to Lukes, the lefty. Swing and a miss on the slider, low and in, 0-1. Nice pitch there. Sheehan sporting the high socks. Not a bad look. As we get the line on Nathan Lukes, 3.33 average, 7 ribs in the postseason. And he is ready to work here. 0-1 pitch on its way. Swing and a miss at the fastball, up and in, 97. Nice pitch from Sheehan, and he's got him 0-2 here. And Blake Snell, that's what you're supposed to do, is pitch from in front, not get behind. As he covers his left ear. I don't know what that's about, but that's okay. 0-2. Got to think he's going to waste one here. It's either going up high or in the dirt. Swung on and missed, or fouled down the right field line. Slider well in on the hands. Nice pitch. Trying to get him to chase here. And we'll do it again. So the Blue Jays take the lead on the hit by little Ernie Clement. 3-2 the lead. Bottom of the 6th, no outs. Still a lot of work here for the Dodger bullpen. Still a big moment here. A lot can change, and there's still time. So here's the pitch. 0-2 is up. Ball 1, 1-2. And Sheehan working quickly. And he wants out of there. And I can't say that I blame him. Bases loaded, no outs. That is a tough situation to come into. Let's see if he can get an out. Even Marlins Man's on his feet here because he can tell this is a big moment. 1-2 pitch, slider inside. Luke's bent his knee out, tried to take one for the team there. Just missed. 2-2 the count. Nice idea from Luke's. If you can't hit it, just get drilled. It's an RBI, man. 2-2. We get another look at Snell. That Tai Chi didn't help in the 6th inning for him. Here comes the 2-2 from Sheehan. He is at the belt, and he kicks. Fastball fouled away. 96 on the outside corner. Nice pitch from Sheehan. Nice job by Lukes to stay alive and just waste that pitch. As Sheehan's going to work a new ball in there. See if he can get some pine tar, maybe a little sandpaper on there. As we get a look into Jack Straw from Wichita. Number 8 spot in the order. They're about to turn it over again. Let's see if Luke can get something done here for the Jays. Here comes the 2-2. Outside, ball 3, 3-2. And this is really, really big here, ladies and gentlemen. Sheehan's got to have it. He's got to come in. He cannot afford to walk him. Dave Roberts, is he watching the game? This has to be a strike. You cannot walk in a run here. Here comes a 3-2 pitch. Marlins Man's got his phone out. Fastball, swung on, popped to the left-hand side. Muncy over, but it looks like it's going to drift into the crowd. Oof, almost. Muncy wanted it, couldn't get to it, and we're going to do it again. Nice job there by Luke. Good at bat so far to foul these pitches off. That's 10 pitches now for Sheehan. And at the bare minimum, they're working up this bullpen. They're starting to get into these guys a little bit. But, okay, 3-2, no outs. You have to get this run home, okay, Luke's? Like, this is mandatory. This run must come home. No outs, you have to get it home. 3-2 the count. And here comes the pitch from Sheehan. Inside, ball 4, and he walked him. Nice at bat from Lukes. The big fella trots in to score. 4-2 Jays, and there's still no outs, and the bases are still loaded. And the number 9 hitter, Gimenez, is coming to the plate. The Toronto fans love it, and they should love it because they have a 2-run lead, and they are trying to pile on. They could really, really, really crack this open here, folks. It's going to come up to the number 9 hitter. Sheehan has got to have it here. He has got to have it. Maybe Will Smith can go out and talk to him, tell him to simmer down a little bit. Even Marlins Man's up. Here's the pitch of Gimenez, slider in the dirt, fouled away. Nice pitch from Sheehan. 0-1 the count. 1 second, please. 0-2 to Gimenez. Sheehan at the belt. Cannot let it get away here. Slider low and in, fouled off. Nice job by Gimenez to stay alive. Even Elton John is up, and he is he's kind of watching the game. 13th pitch for Sheehan. Gimenez 0-2 here. Again, got to say, Need to get this running here. Miller Time's looking at his stash as we look at our man Alejandro Kirk getting watered down, getting ready to do some defensive work. Here comes the 0-2 from Sheehan. He's at the belt, and he is ready. Here comes the pitch. High fastball misses 1-2. Like I said, unenviable spot for Sheehan to come into. Bases jacked, no outs. World Series Game 1, man, tough spot. But he's got to do it. That's why they pay these guys. That's why we're watching. So can he get it done? Got to have it here. Here comes a 1-2. Change up, and it's hitting to right field. Base hit. That's going to score 1. Here comes a throw from Hernandez. Not going to get it done. And, is it only? Oh, wow. Sorry. Man, little Ernie Clement did not score. They leave the bases loaded. The single scores a run. It's 5-2. Varsho scores. Nice job. Andres Gimenez, the number 9 hitter, coming up clutch. Looked like a changeup splitter. Left out over the plate. Infield was in. Gimenez just slaps it into right field. Good piece of hitting there by the number 9 hitter. Big arm from Hernandez. They don't even bother trying to score him. Sheehan can't like it. And man, he's faced the 8 and the 9 hitters, and he walked one in, and he gave up a hit. And it's only going to get worse now because my man, George freaking Springer, is out here. Mark Pryor comes to the mound and goes, "Don't worry, I used to get shelled all the time." As we get a look at George Springer, the hero from Game 7, who hit that monster home run. Postseason career for George Springer. Yeah, I know. There's all these, look at World Series MVP versus the Dodgers. I know. Springer's great. Let's just see that home run against the Mariners in the bottom of the 7th, because that was badass. And that is why George Springer is an all-timer. That was so awesome. And Sheehan, it looks like he's ready to go now. This is big trouble for the Los Angeles Dodgers. 2 for 3, 2 singles. Springer dinger right here. That wispy old lady, I hope he does hit one to her. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, hit to shortstop. Betts grabs it, throws home. Nice play, Mookie Betts. And they get the out at home, the lead runner. Good pitch from Sheehan right there. Start him off with the slider. The free swing, and Springer offers at it. Infield in, plays at the plate. Try and stop the bleeding. They're already down 3 here. He double clutched in his glove, but a nice throw off balance there by Mookie Betts. He's flossing some nice glove work today there, Mookie Betts. Doing a good job in the field. Easy play for Will Smith. And it's 5-2 still here. 1 down. At least it sets up the double play. And another pinch hitter, Addison Barger at the plate. 21 jacks on the regular season. 2 bombs, 4 ribs in the postseason. 286 average. Do you think, is he going to go to the lefty? Yeah, I figured he would. So Dave Roberts off his perch, and he's going to go to the bullpen to get the matchup going, lefty on lefty. Like I said, tough spot for Sheehan. Didn't get it done. I mean, you can't walk a run in, but he did. And then he got tagged by the number 9 hitter, Gimenez, right there. And all around, if you think about it, it started with Blake Snell getting behind all the way back. I mean, it felt like ages ago. We'll be back. Hang tight now. Welcome back, friends. We are back in Toronto, and we are not through the 6th inning. The Toronto Blue Jays have edged ahead here, and we're ready to work. Here comes the first pitch to Barger. Sidewinding pitch from Banda. Misses. Anthony Banda in 5-1 record, 3.18 ERA, 61 Ks, 34 walks regular season. Tough spot to come into with the bases jacked and 1 down. Lefty on lefty. Big fella on deck. Man, oh man. Got it. Maybe his only at bat. Fastball swung on, foul back. 96 up at the letters. Barger, big swing, fouled it back. 1-1 the count. I'm guessing this will be Banda's only batter, as he does have the mustache going. That is mandatory in October. And he's ready. Here comes the pitch from the Sidewinder. Slider, low and away, 2-1. Nice idea, just didn't get it to work. So Banda on in relief. 3rd pitcher of the inning now for LA. So we get a look at Snell and Sheehan, thinking, man, I wish I could have got it done. They're already down 3. Here comes the 2-1 from Banda. He kicks. And the pitch is swung on and hit high and deep to right field. Hernandez looks up, and it is gone. A grand slam. Oh, my God. Addison Barger with a pinch hit granny in the World Series. Are you kidding me? 9-2 Jays, and the floodgates have opened. Dave Roberts doesn't know what hit him. Well, Addison Barger just hit him right in the gut, and the Blue Jays have cracked this game wide open. 9-2, Blake Snell. Man, oh man, the Canadian fans, the Molson is on ice. The Labatt Blue is flowing. Here comes the damn sport coat. checking into the office. Give it to me. Oh my God. I still don't know what's going on with that sport coat, but it's growing on me. Barger with a pinch hit granny in the bottom of the 6th inning. Game 1 of the World Series. Oh my goodness. 9-2. The Jays just cracked this one wide open now. One down. Banda on in relief. Again, not an enviable spot to be in. Throws a curveball to Barger, hung it. Here comes the curveball, just hangs it over the plate, and Barger just sitting on it. He didn't even look. He just took the biggest bat in the deck and just said, see ya. And a high drive, towering drive to right field, hits off the maple syrup in right center, and people are going crazy out there. Handlebars loves it. Everybody loves it. Man, oh man. Luke's knew it was gone. Yeah, what a moment for Addison Barger. Pinch hit granny. George Springer loves it. Of course he does. He hits home runs like that too. Barger rounding the bases saying, let's go. Yes, indeed. Let's go. Got to feel for Banda. Tough situation to be in. As this game has completely changed. We had a 2-2 game going into the bottom of the 6th. And now, first Grand Slam in franchise World Series history. Check that out. Now, that's kind of cool. Okay. Banda's still in to face the big fella. Big bad Vlad. And here's a fastball. Swung on. Hit the center field. Diving. And it's going to get in. Vlad Guerrero finds a hole. Pages just has to play it on a bounce. And Guerrero's on first. Banda now, I guess, is just going to chew up the rest of the inning before they just smoke the entire bullpen. And the Jays fans are going wild, as they should be. And this game, man, what a change of events here as we get the big brother view from behind the plate. Curveball swung on, and man, look at that. High. That is just not where you want to throw the curveball, folks. You just can't hang it. Bases are loaded. You got to come into them, but Kiner Falefa, who pinch ran for Bichette now, hitting in the 4-hole, swinging and miss at the first pitch, 0-1. Let's see if Banda can calm down and get out of this inning at the bare minimum. 9-2 game here now, 7-run lead, bottom of the 6th. One down, man on first. Banda in relief, the pitch. Slider, and he misses low and in, 1-1. Man, what a moment for the young in there, as Blake Snell looks like he just doesn't know what hit him. Same with Sheehan here. Dodgers can't be happy. It is only game 1, but that's quite the turn there. Marlins Man just putting bets in now. Kiner Falefa hits a high fly ball to left field. Hernandez is back. That's going to be a can of corn. 2 down as he throws it into second base. Guerrero retreats to first. And we are now have 2 outs. Is Alejandro Kirk going to get his second at bat in this inning? The big fella scored a run already, as he had a single in his last at bat. He's 2 for 2 on the day, 2 singles, a walk, and 2 runs scored. And he is a favorite of the Blue Collar broadcast because anyone that weighs 295 pounds and plays professional sports is a friend of ours. Ball 1, fastball below the knees, 1-0. And if you're Anthony Banda here, all you want to do is just get in the dugout ASAP because that sucks. Giving up home runs is never fun, but giving up pinch hit grannies in the World Series, no good. Here's the pitch from Kirk, swung on, hit the left field. Pages looking up, and this one's gone. Oh my God, left center field, Alejandro Kirk, well done, home run. And oh man, the Blue Jays just do not stop. Banda is having himself a hell of a game. Wow, second home run he's given up in this inning. 11-2 Jays. The trot's a little too fast for my liking from Kirk. I'd like to see a slower pace as I see a Pat Borders jersey. That's a good look. And Alejandro Kirk waves to the crowd. We love this man, folks. Give me the sport coat. Where is it? There it is. Put it on, big fella. And he just puts one arm in and says, give me my knee pads. I got to go play defense. Because that's what this guy does. Gold glove behind the plate. Nice, tough at bat. Way to go. Way to go. 11-2 Jays. And poor Banda's still in there. And Varsho's at the plate. Here's the pitch. Slider outside corner. Not going to give it to him. 1-0. And he shouldn't give it to him because it's a ball. 11-2 Jays now. Man, 9 runs in the bottom of the 6th. The Dodger bullpen is really bleeding out now. Here's a pitch to Varsho. Skied. Betts back. And he's going to be waved off by Hernandez. He comes in. He gloves it. And that'll stop the bleeding. But not before the damage is done. Man, oh man. A couple home runs in the inning. The big one. The pinch hit granny by Addison Barger. And this game has completely changed. The Jays fans are crying. Calm down. A lot of series left. 11-2 Jays. We'll be back for the 7th. We're back for the 7th here, sports fans, as Dave Roberts looks on. And if anyone knows, he knows this is really, really early in the series. These Toronto fans just need to simmer down as Marlins Man has finally left. Thank God. Him and Elton John went to go grab some beers or something, but thank God. We have to look at his stupid jersey there, but whatever. As Fisher is in relief, number 63, the tall right-hander, Braden Fisher. 3 2/3, 7 hits, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 6 Ks through 5 games in the postseason. And this, you got to come in and just throw strikes. Do not get behind. 2-0, this is not okay. Here comes the 2-0 pitch, and he misses inside, 3-0. And what the hell is going on here? As Lukes goes into left field, Addison Barger out into right. Like I said before, kind of for left, stays in at second for Bo Bichette. 11-2 Jays. Why are you behind 3-0 to the number 8 hitter, who's now flipped over to the left side in a 4-pitch walk? And this right here is not okay, okay? Like, this cannot happen. You have a 9-run lead. You're in relief. All you need to do is throw strikes. Use your damn defense. I mean, what is happening here? Where's Miller time? Where is Sam Crow, the pitching coach? They need to get out there. I mean, at least he's got Pages coming up, and this guy cannot hit. 081 average. He must be a Gold Glove center fielder because this guy cannot hit. Here comes the first pitch from Fisher. Slider outside corner, strike 1. That's much better. And just throw him another one and hopefully hits it into the ground and get a double play and get out of here. Use your damn defense. You have a 9-run lead. There's no excuse for it. There's just no excuse for it. 11-2 Jays, top 7. No outs, man on first. 0-1 count. Here it comes from Fisher. High slider, misses up in the zone. And I don't know if Fisher thinks this game is over. Yeah, finally, thank you. Sam Crow goes to the phone and says, "Get him ready. I don't have patience for this young kid who can't throw strikes when we're up 9 damn runs. This is the World Series. We're not screwing around here, right? We may never come back here." Here's the pitch to Pages, slider away, fouled off. Yeah, and it's 1-2. So Fisher, you can figure he's got to have it here because it's not going to get any easier for him. He's got the leadoff man on, and on deck is Godzilla, which that's never fun at bat. So he's ready. He's at the belt, and here comes the 1-2. Curveball up in the zone, 2-2. Hasn't thrown that pitch yet. 2-2 now to Pages. 8th pitch for Fisher. And the Dodgers, I mean, they're down 9. I mean, it seems like the game's out of hand, but you never know. Chip in a chair, just one inning at a time. And the slider to Pages rings them up right over the middle. Just froze them there. It kind of makes you wonder what Pages is doing at the plate. I mean, you might as well just let everyone else hit, the pitchers hit for themselves, because that guy's not getting it done. As Bassett's starting to get warmed up in the bullpen for the Blue Jays. And 1 down now, top of the 7th. As, like I said, Shohei Ohtani at the plate. 2 strikeouts and a ground out. But you got to be careful with this guy. Man on first, 1 down. Here's the pitch. A curveball outside corner, strike 1. Nice pitch from Fisher there. Way to get ahead. Maybe he has gotten his head out of his ass or something, and he's ready to do what he's meant to do. 0-1 to Ohtani. As he has his pitch. And here it comes. He kicks. High fastball. 1-1. Well out of the zone. Easy take for Ohtani there. Ohtani always looks pretty stoic. It doesn't seem like anything ever bothers this guy. And, I mean, pretty impressive to tell you the truth. Not an easy at bat here for Fisher, as he's going to go through the teeth of the order now. Here comes the 1-1. It's a slider outside corner, strike 2. Ohtani lets it go. Doesn't seem to bother him at all. And it's 1-2. So good to see Fisher start to get ahead here, as it's 1-2 now to Ohtani. He does have the man over at first, but 1 down. The double play is set up and ready to go for him if he can coax a ground ball. Fisher ready to go as Guerrero's talking to Edman over there, just saying, "You know I'm the best. Just calm down." And here comes the 1-2 from Fisher. He pauses and he kicks. The pitch is swung on and drilled to the right side. And Ohtani says, "Ooh, look out down there. Don't want to kill anybody." Ball's going about 200 miles an hour off his bat into that first deck. You pay $5,000 for a World Series seat, you better keep your head on straight. Unless you're the Marlins man and you're at every World Series game right behind the plate. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Hanger. Ohtani hits a high fly ball to right field. Barger back at the track. He looks up and it's gone. It's out of here. 2-run bomb for Shohei Ohtani. 11-4 now as he hustles around the bases. No need to trot. I mean, when you're getting your ass kicked, you just get out of there just like he's doing. He's sprinting around the bases. He hits a 2-run bomb. No celebration. All business from Ohtani. Chipping into the lead one thing at a time. Just says, yeah, I know. As people are throwing things at Ohtani, and that is not a good look, Toronto. Hanging curveball, too much plate. Ohtani was sitting on it, and you just do not want to make mistakes to a hitter of this caliber. Ohtani takes the curveball and just hits a towering fly to right. Basically, just too much plate there for Fisher. But it is still, now it's a 7-run game as he bends a curveball over the corner to Mookie Betts. Let's see what he can do here. Miller time looking on. Doesn't seem to mind him too much. The 0-1. Slider, strike 2 over the plate. 0-2 now. And good job by Fisher to stay ahead. Let's see if he can get an out now and get himself out of this inning. At this point, all he needs to do is just get through this inning and not make the Blue Jays have to waste their pen. Slider in the dirt, 1-2. Nice idea. Easy take for Betts. Betts 1 for 2 with a single and a walk on the day. He did score a run. And he's already back on the bump, ready to go. As we keep getting looks at Bassett getting warm, we get it. He's in the bullpen. We don't need to keep looking at him. Here comes the pitch. Nice pitch. They checked down to first, and he got him. Betts checked his swing, but they rung him up, 2 down. Like to get a big brother view on that. That looked like a pretty close, but great pitch there from Fisher. Slider down in the zone. Betts offered at it, checked. Yeah, it looks pretty close. Maybe that first base side. Kirk wanted it. Here's a good look here. Betts, he looks like he tried, but yeah, that's a pitch. So that's a strike. So 2 down now. Freddie Freeman, swing and a miss at the fastball. 0-1. Freddie Freeman, 0 for 2. Struggled mightily in the postseason. 220, 1 bomb, 1 ribby. Dodgers got to have this guy if they're going to have if they want to win this series. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss at the curveball. 0-2. Lot of plate again as the Toronto fans get to their feet, except for this old burnout here off the left side of Freeman. He's just going to sit the entire game. 0-2 the count. Let's see if he goes for the waste pitch here. Here it comes. Fastball well out over the plate. Probably not a great location. Freeman laid on it, fouls it off, and we'll do it again. 21 pitches for Fisher so far in the inning. He did get touched up on the 2-run bomb, but it is a 7-run game. Got to get through here. He's going through the heart of the order. Let's see if he can get it done. Here comes the 0-2. Slider on the inside corner. They check. No, he didn't go. Third base ump says, leave me alone. Come on, man. 1-2 to count. 2 down here. Top 7. Game 1 of the World Series. 11-4. The Blue Jays on top in their home stadium. The fans are on their feet, and they are ready for the pitch. Here comes the 1-2. High fastball. Swung on. Hit to right field. Barger calls off the center fielder. He's under it, and that'll end the inning. And Fisher gets out of it. And we will be back for the bottom of the 7th. Hang tight now. Welcome back, friends. Bottom of the 7th inning, game 1 of the World Series. Been a great game so far here in Toronto. 11-4, Jays on top as they erupted in the 6th inning. As we have a new Dodger pitcher on, and it's going to be Robleski, the lefty, out of the pen. Justin Robleski, 24 games, 2 starts, 5-5 record, 66 2/3, 4-spot, 3.2 ERA. He is ahead in the count. 0-1 to little Ernie Clement. High fastball, 97 miles an hour. 0-2. Clement blew it right by him. And Robleski knows he's got the mustache going. And he's got a tough at bat here, Ernie Clement, as he fouls it off. 0-2, we'll do it again. Little Ernie Clement, I swear to God, this guy has 2 hits in every game. Nice short stroke, professional hitter. He just takes what's given to him, hits the right, hits it back up the middle, hits the left. He's not trying to hit jacks all the time. I mean, really, really good looking hitter. Here's the pitch, swung on, hit to center field. Paez rolling back, easy play. He catches it, and there's 1 away as he throws it back into the infield. 1 down. Nice start for Robleski. Got to figure he works a full inning. Just get on out of there. As we get yet another look at the dugout for Toronto, And Don Mattingly, man, oh man, I could do without seeing his face. Varsho, we got Alejandro Kirk, the big fella. Big bad Vlad. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and fouled away to Nathan Lukes. 0-1. See, Robleski knows how it goes. This is a 7-run game. Just get out there and throw strikes. Lukes, pinch hit, walk, and he scored in the eruption in the 6th. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, tapped to third. Muncy in, throws to first in time, and that's 2 away, and that's how it's done. Just throw strikes and use your defense. 2 quick outs there for the Dodgers. Nice, easy play there for Max Muncy and Robleski. They have the cheat sheet. They're just pulling out of the back pocket. It'll bring up Andres Gimenez, the shortstop. Big hit in the 6th inning. RBI single and scored a run as he is 1 for 3 on the day. Here's the pitch from Robleski. Working quickly. High fastball misses up in the zone. 1-0. And Robleski is wasting no time. He knows what his job is. Just get in there. Just get the inning done. Use your defense. Here it is. High fastball. Ball 2. They check down to third. I don't think so. 2-0. Gimenez, the number 9 hitter, is ready. He is in the box, ready to do work. Here is the 2-0 from Robleski. Fastball up, 3-0. And just as I give the guy a compliment for getting ahead and staying ahead and using his defense, he goes 3-0 to the number 9 hitter. Go figure. So it's 3-0 now. And here it comes. Fastball over the middle, 3-1. So let's see if Robleski can fight back here and end the inning and get the Dodgers back at the plate. I mean, it's basically a formality. It's a 7-run game, but stranger things have happened, I guess. Swung on and fouled back, 4-seamer on the hands, and it's 3-2. As we get a flashback now to 1963. As if this matters at all. It doesn't, and I don't know why we're looking at it. As we look back to when guys, I mean, look at how they used to swing back then. Just look at the game. That guy was throwing 75 miles an hour. Anyways, 4-seamer fouled off, and we're going to do it again, 3-2. Like I said, I'm watching the live Fox broadcast. I have the sound down because I don't want to hear a damn thing. And you guys are here with me because it's way more fun this way. Fastball fouled off, 97 at the black, fouled away. And good job by Gimenez to stay alive. And Robleski is not wasting any time. He is back on the slab and ready to work. Ohtani in a trance over there after he hit his big 2-run bomb. And the ball is hit up the middle to second baseman. Gobbled up there, throw to first in time. And good job getting out of it. Nice inning for Robleski. They called his number and he got the 1-2-3 in the 7th. But it is still a 7-run game. We'll be back for the 8th inning as the Dodgers try and chip away. We'll be back, friends. Hang tight now. Welcome back. We are back. World Series Game 1. Toronto on top 11-4. Huge 9 runs in the 6th inning as Bassett comes out of the pen. And he will face Will Smith. First pitch, sinker at the knees. Outside corner, nice pitch, strike 1. Bassett, 2 2/3 inning in the postseason. No hits, no runs allowed. Starting pitcher in the regular season. 3.76 ERA. Here is the pitch. Curveball swung on, fouled off the right-hand side. 0-2, and way to get ahead. That's what you do. When you're up 7 runs, you throw strikes, you use your defense, and just get out of there, right? It doesn't mean you just turn into a pitching machine. You start just giving up bombs, but use your defense, get everyone out of there, and let's come back for Game 2 because they have to win this game. They have to not kill the bullpen while they do it. 0-2 pitch is up and away, 1-2. Smith 1 for 2 on the day as Bassett gathers himself and says, yeah, come on, man. Just don't mess it up. He stares into the big fella Kirk. He has his pitch. Here it comes. Fastball tipped to right, and Guerrero gloves it, takes it himself, steps on first, 1 down, and that is how you do it. 1 up and 1 down, throwing strikes, getting ahead, and that will bring up who is coming up now for the Los Angeles Dodgers as we get a replay of the big screen. Toronto fans kind of subdued now. They've calmed down after the big 6th inning. It's Teoscar Hernandez stepping into the plate. 0 for 3 on the day. And he's had a chance to hit some big, he's had some big fat pitches for him that he couldn't hit. Let's see if he can do anything here in the top of the 8th for the Dodgers. Top 8, 11-4. Jays up. 1 down. Bassett on the hill. as he toes the slab, and he's ready to work. Hernandez likewise ready, and slider on the outside corner, strike one, 0-1. And like I said, Bassett, just get ahead, stay ahead, throw strikes, use the defense. Let's see what he does here with the 0-1. He kicks, swing and a miss at the slider outside, 0-2, and Bassett's ahead 0-2, doing exactly what he needs to do. And Teoscar Hernandez looks a little lost at the plate, to be quite honest with you. He just looks, I don't know. I mean, maybe he's just not seeing it, or he's jacked up because that guy's wearing a red Blue Jays jersey. I don't know, but maybe it's a noise. Maybe it's being back in Toronto. I don't know, but he just doesn't seem right. Here comes the 0-2 from Bassett. High fastball, misses, 1-2. And Bassett is ready to work again. He's moving quickly. He's already back up on the bump, and he's got his pitch. And here it comes. The 1-2. Curveball swung on, fouled away. A lot of plate there from Bassett. Do not want to be leaving pitches there. Need that pitch below the knees. As we get a look at John Smoltz, who says, I would have never missed a pitch there. And Joe Davis, a face for radio, looks like he's about 23 years old. Have no idea why he's up there, but I'll try and take it easy on him. John Smoltz says, look, Blake Snell got behind, and he paid the price for it, and that's what it does. I never did that. You think I did that when I played for the Braves? No, of course not. Here's the 1-2 from Bassett. Slider inside, misses, 2-2. As we get a look at the big pinch hit home run guy out in right field, Addison Barger, another home run. And another home run. Man, the Blue Jays with the big fly today. Another look over at Bo Bichette. Gotta like what they're seeing in Toronto. They got a chance to walk out of here with game one. Low fastball misses, and it's a full count. Nice at bat from Hernandez to work it. 3-2 now. Bassett wants a new ball. And at this point, I mean, like I said, stranger things have happened, but the Jays just lean on Bassett. Just let him get us out of here. And looking at probably the likely number 2 pitcher for the Dodgers, Yamamoto. Changeup misses, low and away, or fastball, and he walked him. Not what they're asking him to do. Yeah, Yoshinobu Yamamoto against Kevin Gossman for Game 2. In the postseason, 19 2/3 with a 1.83 ERA, 18 Ks and 4 walks. And Yamamoto is dealing. Going to be a tough game for them. Gossman, used in relief mainly, didn't pitch too much in the Seattle series, is going to go in Game 2. But we got to get through Game 1 first. Here's Max Muncy, takes a fastball in the inside corner, 0-1. Marlins Man is on his phone. He doesn't care that he chipped off $5K for that seat back there. He's just going to play, online poker on his phone during the middle of the game. Elton John's fully zonked out of his mind. Now he's off his phone. Game's over, and he's watching. As the high fastball misses high and away, 1-1. Toronto fans are on their feet. They really just want to close this one out. And can't say I blame them. You just really want to just get this first one under your belt and then just come back for Game 2 as they're starting some weak-ass chant. Well, we'll bear with them, though. Here comes the 1-1. Fastball inside corner, strike 2. Man, Muncy let a good one go there, 1-2. One down here, top of the 8th. 11-4, Jays on top. Haven't won a World Series since 92, 93. Long time ago, I tell you. Ask Joe Carter. Anyway, the 1-2 pitch. Here it is. Swung on, fouled off. High fastball. Muncy did a good job to stay alive. Good location there. And we'll do it all over again. Max Muncy, a tough out as well. I mean, again, everyone in the Dodger order is a tough out. So, maybe not the number 9 hitter. Pies can't really hit, but anyways, 11-4 here. 1-2 count. One down. And the pitch, high curveball misses up and out of the zone. This idiot behind the plate wanted it, but that's about 12 inches above the zone. Hasn't been a strike all day, and it shouldn't be now, and it won't be. As Varland's getting lubed up in the pen, the flamethrower. I'd like to save that guy. I don't want to put too many miles on him. 2-2 now. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss at the curveball. Struck him out. Much better location from Bassett. Muncy goes down. 2 down. As we get more flashbacks, there's John Smoltz, 1992 World Series. Drag bunt, back when they used to do that sort of thing. And Toronto winning the World Series, Joe Carter going crazy. Not the one we remember. We remember the home run off of Mitch Williams when they beat the Phillies. Actually, that Braves team probably should have won a lot more World Series, to tell you the truth. I think they only got one. Smoltz was one hell of a pitcher, but man, Maddox and Glavine too. Jesus, how'd they ever only win one? As a fastball bends over the outside corner, strike one to Kike Hernandez. 1 for 3 on the day, RBI single in the second. 308 in the postseason. Bassett is working quickly. He's got his pitch, and here it comes. He kicks. Slider up in the zone, or curveball. And he's kind of hit and miss with that curveball, man. Like, he threw a good one to Muncy there to strike him out, but he also hung one. And look at George Springer. He's saying, get me another pair of shoes because I'm going to swing out of my shoes to hit a home run every single time he wants to hit. 1-1 count. 2 down. Here it comes. Fastball fouled away. Better location. Sinker low in the zone. And he's got 2 strikes now. And Bassett looking to get out of here. 20 pitches in the inning. Been kind of working hard here. Got a runner over at first, 2 down. Tough out. Kike Hernandez at the plate, 1 for 3 on the day. And he's right back there, ready to go. As the Toronto fans say, bring it home. We'll see. A lot of series left. It is just game 1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a fastball, and Bassett's jacked up. Good job to get out of it and not give up any runs. As we look at some Canadian tools on the sidelines doing some weird things. That's all right. They're fired up. They should be fired up. Alejandro Kirk's fired up with the sport coat. We'll be back for the bottom of the 8th. Hang tight now. 8th inning in Toronto, friends. George Springer down to a knee. Like I said, four-seam fastball, fouls it off. 99 miles an hour from Klein, the new pitcher. Bottom of the 8th here. World Series, game 1. George Springer, 2 for 4 on the day, 2 singles and a run scored. Here comes the pitch from Klein. Slider, bounce a scud missile. Just missed. Will Klein in. 15 1/3, 2-spot, 35 ERA, 21 Ks, 10 walks. First career postseason appearance for Will Klein. Got a nice beard going. Looks like an Amish carpenter. Here comes the 1-1. Slider away. That is wicked. Nice pitch from Klein and waved at by Springer. 1-2. Springer brings the heat, and he does not know what a 2-strike swing is, so get ready here. Here comes the pitch from Klein. Another slider away, fouled off the right. And we'll do it again, 1-2. Bottom 8 here. Klein, just got to throw strikes. Just get it done. Just get out of there. You got 3 outs left on offense, and then be back for game 2. Dodgers been here before. They know it's a long series. Toronto knows it's a long series. They came back on Seattle in the last one after 7 games. Here's the pitch from Klein. 1-2, fastball, 100 miles an hour. Hit the high, deep to left field. Not so deep. Hernandez under it. Does the one-handed catch. And is that Cito Gaston? Yeah, we look at Cito Gaston, the manager who won it for the Jays back in the day. And man, they got to love that. As the new manager hugs the old manager the last time they won, hopefully they can relive the magic from the 90s. We'll see. Like I said, long series. And the LA Dodgers are a tough out as Addison Barger steps in. 1 down, 100-mile-an-hour fastball on the inside. Man, Klein makes that 100-mile-an-hour look real easy. Hit the granny here for Barger in the 6th. Pinch hit granny. What a moment that was. Curveball hitting to left field. Base hit, and Barger's on base again. Nice job there, just slapping it to left. And the Blue Jays have a man on with 1 down here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Addison Barger having himself quite a series. Quite a postseason, in fact. He hit some home runs against Seattle. Nice young hitter, got a big stroke, plays a decent outfield there. As he says to Freddie Freeman, thank you. Yeah, I know that was a nice grand slam. Thanks for noticing. And Ken Rosenthal's talking about his bow tie, and no one's listening. As the big man, Big Bad Vlad's up at the plate. Here's the pitch from Klein. Fastball inside, strike 1. 99 on the black, 0-1 the count. 1 down here. Game 1 of the World Series. The Blue Jays out to a big 7-run lead. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. at the plate against Will Klein. Here comes the 0-1 from Klein. Fastball fouled off his foot, and Guerrero looks like it didn't even faze him at all. He just hit a 100-mile-an-hour fastball off his instep, and it's like he didn't even blink. This guy is incredible. Man, I mean, I really like this Guerrero Jr. guy. He's pretty great. 0-2 the count. 1 down here. Barger at first. Will Klein just been summoned just to get him out of here and get this game over with. Let's see if he can get it done. Here comes the 0-1. Slider in the dirt, backhanded by Smith. Not great technique, but we get the job done. At this point, just trying to get out of here, huh? 1-2 now. As Freddie Freeman says, man, I used to be able to hit like that. It's been a while. And Barger goes, yeah, I noticed. You're hitting like 200 in the postseason. What happened? 1-2 to Guerrero. Smith is at the belt. And here it comes. Slider swung on. Skied out to center field. Pajes is there. He calls off the right fielder. Grabs it easily and throws it back in. 2 down. Nice job by Klein to get the big man. And we are well on our way through the 8th inning. Just about there. As the Amish carpenter wants a new ball. This guy throws 100 miles an hour and just, he's sweating out there, but he doesn't look like he's breaking a sweat when he's throwing 100 miles an hour. Big fella. He's got a big arm. 2 down. Bottom 8. Isaiah, Kiner, Falefa, all 3 of them at the plate. Here comes the first pitch from Klein. Fastball swung on. He's a day late there. 99 up at the hands. And I don't think this little guy can turn around on it. I don't think his mustache is going to save him, tell you the truth. But he is out there to play a little defense. Second baseman. Let's see if he can get the ball in play here. 0-1. Smith at the belt. He pauses. And here comes the pitch. Fastball lined right back at Marlins Man. I wish that would have gone through and just put him. Nah, I'm kidding. 0-2. Nice job by Falefa. He was all over that one. Right up on it. And that probably means it's time for the slider to make an appearance. And he'll just wave at it and we'll be into the 9th inning. But we'll have to wait and see. 0-2. 2 down here. Bottom of the 8th. Falefa's ready. Steps in. Smith has his pitch. And he is at the belt. He kicks. And here it comes. Slider offered at and just blooped into left field. Hernandez is there to make the catch. And a nice quick inning for Will Smith. Good job. And we will be back for the top of the 9th. And the last opportunity for the Dodgers to come back. 11-4. Game 1. We'll be back. Hang tight now. Last chance for the Dodgers here as we get some highlights from the Toronto Blue Jays with the big fly today. 3 huge home runs. Varsho, Kirk, and of course Barger with the pinch hit granny. The 9 spot in the bottom of the 6th that totally changed this game. Otherwise, it was a really close game. Decent outing from Snell. He just kind of let it get away from him in the 6th. As Edman leads off, first pitch swinging, fouls one back. Kirk's there, and he makes the catch in foul territory. 1 pitch and 1 out. Lauer comes in and does what he needs to do. And we are 2 outs away from the Blue Jays winning Game 1. Eric Lauer, postseason, 3 games, 3 innings pitched, 4 hits, 3 earned runs. Starting pitcher, 9-2, 3-spot, 1.8 ERA, 104 2/3 innings, 102 strikeouts, and 26 walks. That's a great ratio there. And he's going to go 8-9-1 here as Andy Pajes comes in 0 for 2 with a K and a flyout, sporting a really, really brutal 0.79 ERA. This guy needs a hit real bad. Here's the pitch from Lauer. Curveball, bends it in there, strike 1. Nice pitch. And like I said, 7-run lead. Just get up there, throw strikes, get to the showers, and come back tomorrow for Game 2. You're 25% of the way to the title. Here is the pitch from Lauer. Fastball inside, misses 1-1. Nice idea. And the Canadian flag is out behind home plate, as it should be. They should be waving that thing loud and proud because the Blue Jays are on the doorstep of taking a 1-0 lead in the World Series. Here comes the 1-1 from Lauer. Inside cutter just missed. That was a close pitch. 2-1. Another meaningless stat that we do not need to see. And it's 2-1 here. Top of the 9th. 1 down. Number 9 hitter up. Not much of a stick. Figure Lauer's got to just go right at him. Here comes a pitch. Swung on, hit into right field, but it's right at Barger, and Pajes cannot buy a hit. Even when he finally hits the ball, it's right at someone. So 2 quick outs here for the Dodgers, and they are down to their final out. And it's just mercy rule, but look who it is. Godzilla's up. 2 down. He did hit the 2-run homer. 11-4, though. 7-run game. Jays fans are jacked. I get it, but it is only Game 1, and this team's been here before, and you know, just don't get ahead of yourself. Don't get out on top of your skis, ahead of your skis there. Okay, Jays fans? Marlins Man finally stands up. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss at the fastball. Strike 1. Lauer goes right after him. Big swing from Ohtani. Like I said, he had the 2-run bomb in his last at bat. Hanging curveball left over. Let's see if he's sitting on one here. Here comes the 0-1 from Lauer. Slider away, misses, 1-1. Nice idea. I'd pitch this guy away too. 1-1 count. 2 down here. Ohtani at the plate. Calm as ever. And here comes the 1-1 from Lauer. He kicks. Slider away again, 2-1. And, I mean, totally understandable. You leave a ball out over the plate to this guy, and the thing just stays in the air, okay? It doesn't come down. The Toronto fans are super jacked up. We don't need him. I don't know what that means, but curveball misses, 3-1. And again, I get it. 3-1 now to Ohtani. 2 down here, top of the ninth. Dodgers down to their final out in game 1. Jays looking to take the 1-0 series lead. Lauer shakes off Kirk. And here comes his pitch. High fastball misses, ball 4, and he walks Ohtani. And Ohtani looks back at the crowd and says, there's a lot of series left. A lot of series as he walks down to first base. And it's going to bring up Mookie Betts, the shortstop. 1 walk and a single on the day, 1 for 3. Hitting .295 with 6 ribs in the postseason. Can never sleep on this guy, former MVP. As the 2 big men talk, and Ohtani just kind of giggles and says, you'll see. Hang tight now. 2 down pitch. Here comes from Lauer. Fastball outside corner. Strike 1, 0-1 as he gets ahead. Ohtani says, yeah, don't worry. I'll pretend like I don't know English, but I can hear him. And these people are calling my name. Miller Lite's about ready for, at least a 6-pack you got to figure. We do have a game tomorrow, so he's got to take it easy. Here comes the 0-1. Pick play to first. Ooh, wow. Pick play in a 7-run game, and he almost threw it away. I'm not sure. Guerrero wags his finger at him and says, not a good idea. That looked like a balk, honestly. That was mighty close to being a balk. He almost threw it away. Close play. I guess you get out of there and you make Ohtani work. Anything you can do to make that guy sweat. But, it's a 7-run ball game. Like, why don't you just go after the hitter? Just an idea. I don't know. Just thinking outside of the box here. Ohtani back. I'd like to get a big brother view of the pick play because it looked like a balk, to tell you the truth. It looked like he was stepping towards home plate and not throwing to first, but that's just me. We've seen the tag about 8 times, and we have a replay review powered by Zoom as we get the full big brother view now, and it is everything. You are under surveillance, friends, and don't be mistaken. As they're watching on the sideline, Ohtani's like, no, I'm safe. Guerrero wagging his finger, and he's just saying, yeah, I know he's safe too, but I guess we'll just sit here and watch because who doesn't need a replay in a 7-run ball game with 1 out left? This is a colossal waste of everyone's time. Everyone's time right now. As Lauer goes, yeah, I thought I had him. I probably balked. And Kirk goes, dude, just throw strikes. Miller Time says, I need a beer. Sam Crow's like, get out of here, man. Come on, just no more bullpen. And another flashback. And we just can't buy one here. We just can't get lucky. As they show what? A pick play in the World Series from a long time ago that ended a game. Yeah, okay, cool. It happened. Who cares? Ohtani flashes a little smile and says, yeah, I might have had me, but that's all right. I was leaning. It's okay. As we're still waiting, and Lauer looking around, puzzled. Mookie Betts says, look at my chain. I want to hit. Let's go. And he steps in and he's ready to work. And about time. So we just wasted 2 minutes of our life for no reason. And we're ready to finish this game out. 0-1 pitch. Lauer ready. At the belt. Here it comes. Fastball misses. 1-1. Like I said, 2 down. Top of the ninth. 11-4. Jays on top. Trying to seal it out. A formality at this point. Down to their final out, the Dodgers. Mookie Betts at the plate. Marlins Man is making some stupid signs in the back. Someone punched that guy. And it's high. It's fouled off to the right side. Cutter. He wastes a pitch, and it's 1-2, and now the Dodgers are down to their final strike. And I don't think they're worried too much. They know this game got away from them in the 6th, and they also know that it's a long series. And I would never sleep on the Los Angeles Dodgers. As I mentioned before, I've been a Giants fan my entire life, and I can't stand the Dodgers. But I also cannot deny that this team is stacked and is prepared and can win this series easily. High fastball misses, 2-2. And we're going to do it again. Lauer just needs to throw a fastball in on the hands, try and get himself a ground ball here. Just get it done, Lauer. 14 pitches in the inning. 2 down here. 2-2, top of the ninth. 7-run lead. Marlins Man's hat is to the side again. He looks like an idiot. Curveball swung on, foul down the left field side, and we'll do it all over again. Like I said, I really hope that someone buys Marlins Man seats for like double the price and just leaves it open and just no Marlins. No one likes the Florida Marlins. I think they're the Miami Marlins now. Get him out of here. And while you're at it, let's leave Elton John. Good, Elton John's gone. Yeah, he doesn't need to come back either. Canadian fans are on their feet. Here we go with the 2-2. Lauer is ready, and here it comes. Fastball swung on, popped up, foul ball, and we'll do it all over again. And the Jays fans can taste it. They want the 1-0 lead. Mookie Betts, ever the competitor, is not going to let them have it easy. As Lauer, at least he's got a mustache on, I'm telling you. He knows. Playoff beard is mandatory in October. And don't ever forget it. Ohtani at first. We'll do the 2-2 again. Lauer's ready. Here it comes. Swing and a miss, and he got him on the cutter outside, and the Jays are going to win game 1. Nice job all around. Nice job, Addison Barger. Big pinch hit home run. And I tell you, close game all the way through, all the way into the 6th inning. And I mean, the difference in the game was Blake Snell in the 6th inning. They could have pulled the plug on him early. Dave Roberts stuck with him because he is a veteran pitcher and he can work out of jams. But Blake Snell got behind in a lot of counts, and he let men on in the 6th inning. And by the time they took him out, they bring in the young bullpen pitchers with the bases loaded and no outs, and then just the wheels came off. Curious to see what happens in game 2. Yamamoto is going to go for the NL All-Stars, so it's going to be a different ball game, but all around, great game to start it as we get a look at Miller time. He's ready, says, go get me a beer. And there'll probably be some post-game interviews, which we do not want to see. So Sir Anthony Dominguez got the win. Snell took the loss. 11-4 Jays in game 1. Great game. Big offensive explosion. Curious to see how game 2 plays out. A lot of series left. The Canadian fans can't sharpen their skates yet. They're going to have to wait a couple more, but they're 25% of the way there. And we'll be back for game 2 tomorrow night. Take care and bye-bye now.